Hello, hello.
I need to press like 15 buttons. Okay.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Come in, thank you for the pets.
How are you?
I am good.
You can hear the game, right?
Yes.
Good.
I hear it perfectly.
That is good.
You hear so perfectly that there's a train coming right this second. As soon as we start like the stream properly, it's like,
Hello, I am a train.
I love that. Anyway. Let's get back into it. I think we're getting closer to the ending, actually.
You keep saying that every time you play this, though.
I know! But Act 3 is the final one. Depending on how long, like the whole, everyone's coming back from the quest, blah blah blah, is, I think it might just be this one and one more stream, I'm assuming. So we'll see. I finished watching the last Tavern Talk stream a few hours ago. Well, that's good, because the last Tavern Talk stream was sometime last week, so I remember nothing.
Yep, same.
A well-deserved break. That's a hi, hello.
Let's get into it.
Let's see who we're gonna get rid of with first.
Oh God.
It's gonna be 3 of yours immediately.
Oh my goodness!
Do.
I swear, if fucking Bio walks in through those doors, I'm gonna be like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hello, Innkeep. Look what I found.
Looks like a rare specimen of Archie to me. Oh god.
I'm one of a kind.
You are.
Oh, you two know each other already? Of course you do. You know pretty much everyone in the city, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong.
No. The difference in the length of text, just like, oh no. No. Of course I know him. It's quite a celebrity in town.
The bottom one is such a mean answer, to be honest.
No, I've never heard of this man before in my life. Who are you? Oh. What are you doing in my tavern?
Oh, I suppose I am.
He's seen his most famous author. He even survived an assault by hordes of the vicious undead.
Author? I guess I really am an author. Yes.
Yes.
Bummer. And here I thought I could surprise you.
How do you two meet?
I think he spotted me on the street. Must have thought I had a lot of stories to tell, so he asked me if he could write my biography.
I guess.
What a unique way to call someone old.
But she does have a lot of stories to tell.
Archie, how many manuscript topics do you want to collect before you actually finish something? Ooh! Ooh! Don't! No.
Well, you see, it's always important to collect ideas. Life itself is the best source of inspiration for any artist.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's so eager to write, I just couldn't refuse that look in his big, sparkly eyes.
His big, sparkly eyes.
Writing down ideas is so much fun. I think Archie's just a D&D player.
Yeah.
There's the magical detective story. Theo's and my adventure with the undead. And now Una's biography as well. It's fantastic.
I suppose you're right. Una, how come you want your biography to be written now?
I don't really have a reason. I'm old, and I've seen a lot of stuff. It would be sad if all that knowledge went to waste, right?
I guess. It's not like you disappear any second now, is it?
Of course not. Innkeeper, I don't feel so good. Yeah, no snap. terrible things have been happening lately. Don't be silly. We'll be fine. Yeah, okay, buddy. It's always nice to see most of your friends return during times like these.
Most?
Huh? Most of them?
Oh no!
Stuff like this happens every few decades. It's completely normal.
Don't say that! If you say so. Are you going to pay Archie accordingly, though?
That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna pay him in drinks.
Well, I'd rather be paid in drinks than in exposure. I guess.
And I can also use a little refreshing drink myself.
Sure. Gotcha. Anything specific you like today, Archie?
Just the same as always. A drink to stay focused on my writing, to defend my brain against all those distracting thoughts.
Sure. Coming right up. I love when they say just as always, and I was like, it's been a full week. I do not remember what I gave you last week. But if it's a defense you want, I guess the steel tonic technically gives defense.
Yes. Very true.
I don't know about the concentrating bit, but it does give defense, so might as well. Let's put a little bit of you in there.
I always love how whenever someone's like, oh, hey, here's this ingredients for new recipes, they come back and they're like, oh, I want this recipe. It's literally the recipe you gave me the stuff for. I know.
I know, right? Who would have guessed? There we go. A steel tonic. Swing. Here you go. A drink to boost your concentration.
Thank you very much, dear innkeeper. This is delicious! I can feel an irresistible itch in my fingertips already.
I'm so glad I still haven't managed to fuck up a drink. Like, I'm so scared that, like, on the very last day, the last drink I have was something I'll actually fuck it
Oh
up.
my God.
I still don't have the achievement for it.
It's like, oh, making everything perfectly.
Of course. Perfect drinks from a perfect person.
Uh-huh.
Always happy to oblige.
I can hear, like, the adjustment of the fancy robes and glasses.
Funny
Yes,
thing
of
is,
course.
though, I was pulling on my clothes just like that. So now, what's it for you today?
Maybe something that'll give me enough strength and energy to tell this blipper snapper every little detail of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, give me a quick second and I'll be back with your drink. A little sad that you can't just make 2 drinks at the same time, though. Like, I get it. I guess this was just how they wanted to present it, but considering some other games where it's also like, oh, they give you just the 2 drinks that they want and then you just make both of them to give them at the same time, but...
I guess it is what it is.
I guess.
Okay, Sailor's Courage?
Sailor's Courage.
Courage! With a little bit of... these 2? 1, 2...
1.
No, wait, that
2.
doesn't work. Does it? No. It's correct. It's correct. Never mind.
It's only been a week, Nui.
Ta-da!
Some liquid stamina for the golden girl.
Damn.
Oh.
Let's see if your skills are to be trusted and keep.
Yeah!
Oh. Archie, I hope you're ready for at least 600 pages. That's a lot. But you already agreed, so you don't have a choice.
Uh-oh.
And now, my dear Archibald, we'll begin with the writing.
Oh boy.
Thank you for your hospitality, innkeep.
Anytime.
I'll see you later. Goodbye, innkeeper. I'll remember to keep a copy of the book for you.
That's very nice, but first I need the info I got on you. Experiences one must undergo in life to determine the future. Archer realized the life of an adventurer was nothing like he imagined it to be, and that's okay. Now he knows his desire for the pen outweighs that of the sword, and I'm very excited to get my hands on some signed copies of his works. Aww. Signed, please.
Of course.
Very well. Goodbye, you two. Oh! Hello!
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a long time. Did I do
I
one?
believe this was a this was a new character.
Oh god. No one remembers what voice I did last time, so it's whatever. Finally, my service piece and I have returned. Welcome back, Minthy. Good to see you, innkeeper. Unsurprisingly, your tavern's dry interior. I thought you might be appreciating the dampness of almost everything nowadays. It's funny because it's raining outside, though. Maybe while underwater, but wheels and mud do not mix. On land, I appreciate structurally sound and smooth wood flooring much more than soggy alternative. That bad? You would too. Just stop a few minutes past your tavern. Then you might get an idea of the things jammed in my spokes and smooshed between Casket and Kane's toes. I'll pass. And besides, stories from my patrons are much more enjoyable. Speaking of, how did the pearl hunt go? Honestly, it wasn't all too eventful, but before I go on, I could do with one of your drinks, innkeeper. Hey! Something to keep my mind clear of any irrelevant distractions for the journey back. Let me see what I can do. I don't think she ordered a drink last time.
Oh, it's been like, what, 2 or 3 weeks since we last saw.
Been a while. Time to get you
been a while.
Time to get her a peak sunrise. I wonder if we're still missing more drinks to unlock, though. Because there's one for like, making every single drink in the game, and I don't have that one.
Maybe I'll unlock it as like a new game plus kind of option.
Oh.
Who knows?
Who knows? I definitely have to replay the game for the other story paths and stuff. My this inspire boundless creativity. Just what I needed. If only I had a boundless supply of this drink while writing at my desk. Oh, fuck! Oh, do you think we've actually gotten around to reading the manuscript? No, right?
No.
I just remembered! Oh no! Unfortunately, my establishment doesn't do deliveries. What a shame. Before you go on, I actually have something else for you. And here I thought I'd have to needle you for it again. What a pleasant surprise. My favorite kind. Here, a completely proofread manuscript. I hope. I'd certainly hope it's completed. Since my retrieval and your proofreading have been such a long time in the making, yes? Right. Long in the making. You should probably wash the red ink off your hands before it stains your mugs. Right. I was editing my recipes all night. Crazy story, actually, for another time, that is. I see. I will say, it's good to have these papers back in my hands. May I inquire as to why you asked for them back now? Decided to finally publish the book? Ooh! What I've written about is very dear to my heart. And I'm happy to finally get to share my writing with the world. Minthy, the author, has a nice ring to it. It'll be Mackenzie Cadron Pichan, actually. Wow. Pichan. Okay. A very nice pen name. It was time I finally chose one, and something universal that. Universal! A name consists of 4 names. Okay. Personation has a curse all of its own. Sure is. So, about the
me
pearl.
when I was trying to decide my coming out name.
Wait, let me think. I think I went by 3 different names online all my life, but for all of those, it's been literally years now. So I'm just like,
I
I feel that.
like they were shorter and shorter every time. So,
I feel that for sure. Like, but like literally me throughout my whole life, I pretty much have had the word cat somewhere in all of my fucking names I've went by.
yeah.
So that has never changed.
Protection pearls. Like I said, it wasn't too eventful. I had tea with the Banshee of the Lonesome Lagoon. She traded me the pearls for objects of her desire. Oh! Mostly I promised her a signed copy of the book. Good for her. You know, I've been meaning to ask, if I may, what do you need the pearls for exactly? I know you're often looking for them, but I was never quite sure why. Well, I'm sure you remember the curse I was bestowed with. Yes, absolutely. Cursed parasitic rings that amplify your magic to a painful degree.
Huh? What?
Exactly those. They cause quite a lot of issues for me in my body. Sometimes it feels like the magic is eating away at me, slowly feasting on my organs and nerves. Tearing me apart from the inside out as it gradually takes my health and life. Oh!
Huh?
Protection pearls help me keep the mana in check. They bring it down to manageable levels. Wait, so her magic is just that strong that it fires back?
It's killing her.
Oh no.
Bro, imagine being such a powerful sorceress that
Yeah.
literally you kill yourself.
Oh. It's like the opposite, like, God, hold on. You know, in the Arcane Attorney game, all of the healing spells are also like classed as necromancy skills because the healing it still counts the same. So I'm always thinking like, oh, you heal someone so hard you kill them, like because it goes too far over, that kind of thing. So I'm guessing with her it's the same. It's like, oh, your magic is so powerful, your body can't contain it, that kind of thing. Also, goddamn.
Yeah, I know, what do we call it? I'm having a brain fart. And Dungeons and Dragons, they have it so healing spells are not necromancy spells, but are evocation spells. And technically, at least like if you're playing like a wizard or sorcerer, lots of evocation spells are your damaging type spells. So like I once actually did have a party member that just said, why is a healing spell an evocation spell when like all these damaging spells are evocation spells? Am I supposed to like hit someone over the fucking head when I heal them? I'm like,
A healing slap.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, good evening. Ouch.
Hello, sorry.
It helps the pain a lot. So, you're saying you turn the pearls into a drink? Wonderful to see that's still your first solution to everything. Yes, on occasion. Mostly I grind them into ink for my tattoos. They're very versatile little beauties. Ah, he accidentally activated auto... auto advance.
Huh?
Accidentally activated auto advance. I was like, wait! Descendants of a bookworm where the main character pretty much has to regularly donate her magic to not die. Huh? Wait, Descendants of a Bookworm is the small blue-haired girl, right? On the cover? I don't know if it's
Blue-haired girl?
Yeah.
Me?
Wait. Yep. Okay, I'm thinking of the right one. I think I own like the first volume of that one, but I haven't read it yet, so.
You are like the ascendants of a bookworm, for sure.
But that explains why she has so many tattoos then, if she puts it into her ink.
Yeah, for sure. Bro, imagine literally getting tattoos on your body just so you can live.
I need this tattoo to live. Oh, okay.
Sweating and panicking while giving yourself the tattoo.
I'm happy you could find some then. Now that I think about it, care to share? I'm sure they'd be great for my dreams. Not so fast. For most people, they just amplify mana to ridiculous and dangerous degrees. I don't want to be held responsible for the chaos your patrons could cause. However, maybe I can offer you something less extreme but still energizing.
Yes! No thanks.
More items!
Here. Is this your infamous coffee recipe? After all these years, you finally trust me with it? It cursed coffee? Hello? What?
What the hell?
Where?
That was the first
Cursed
thing.
coffee. When you peer inside the steaming chalice, looking at your own disorderly reflection, you will find the darkest swirling depths. The blackness will be blackness. Blackness will be all-consuming. A gloom so bitter you might think you see the souls of the damned swimming inside, but really you'll be looking at a strong cup of coffee. That's it.
What the fuck?
Huh? Okay. Very
Now,
strong.
why the hell would she need that?
It's time. I think you can finally make it without poisoning someone. I wonder who the first person. I wonder who the first person is who will be getting this specific.
Oh god, fucking Rhea walks in.
I'll do my best. Thank you, Minty. Perhaps I will also help you keep your promises in time. Anyhow, I think we're due to take our leave. Need to make some ink? Something like that. Plus, I promised Casca and Kane we'd check if any primordial tennis balls got washed up by the flood. Bye, I might be able to make you some moss balls.
Fucking god.
What a perfect excuse to catch up with her. Is she around? More frequently recently. That's nice. A miracle she still comes around after you exercised her favorite bog body. We were young and inexperienced. It happens. But it does. It was lovely to see you again, Innkeeper. Likewise. Best of luck on your journey, and don't forget to send me a copy of that book. You promise not to forget about its existence this time.
Damn!
I'll do my very best! I know you will, friend. I know you will. We kind of deserve it, but ow! I wanted to make a campaign for this thing as a plushie so bad.
That's so cute.
Remnants! 27th of the
boy.
Ashra Moon.
Do you think the game's gonna end like after this moon month?
I mean, on the 30s, we have this party thing going, right?
True.
So, I don't know if it's gonna be much longer. Jade, welcome back. Was your quest successful? Whenever ever failed. Well, you do look surprisingly unbloodied. Also, hello, Kumo. Kumo. Who's Kumo?
Oh.
That guy. New name, I'm guessing?
No. No names here. Never had a name. Don't even know what names are.
Am I just supposed to go along with that? You're supposed to make me a drink. Then we can talk. Fair enough. What can I get you? I still got plans after this, but Onyx is pretty tired. So give me something that'll get her to keep up with my speed if I let her have a sip. Oh god. Don't drug the tortoise.
Drug the turtle!
Anything for Onyx. No, don't drug the turtle!
Drug the turtle!
Speed.
I need that turtle to be running at like Mach 500.
So
You're stoning the turtle.
Okay, wait, do I have... Yes, this one gives me a bonus as well, so...
Swift strike!
Doping turtles for the races.
Go.
This is how I win against the hair. If he has an empty name box after this, I'm gonna cry. That would be funny as hell.
The real, the true story between the race of the tortoise and the hare.
A drink for Onyx and you, but mostly Onyx. Not too bad, concerning to see you know me so well. Being a regular does have its perks. So, names? Let's start with the story first. You love those, right? You know it. I'll spare you the details of my journey to Bolcom, though I didn't miss a chance to make some extra money along the way. Everyone thought I was the right woman for their jobs. They helped me with the quest too. Squeezed a good description of the renegade parents out of some red dune merchant. Who was in a deep dispute with a blue-crowned elephant. I'd love to hear that story, actually. Not my problem. Asking a couple of pointed questions got me to the inn the deadbeats were staying at. Problem with people is I can't exactly kill them in broad daylight. With monsters you'd be thanked for doing so. But with people you've got to be patient. So I did what anyone would have done in my situation. I posed as a tour guide. Huh? And they believe you? Sure did. Inigo was right. Your drinks are great for pulling scams. The fact that she's blushing while she says this is like, huh?
She's so proud of that.
Happy to hear that. I offered them a tour of the nearby Warden Sea, and led them to an area I knew was shunned by actual tour guides because of the unpredictable tides. Then a spiel about how a battle of the Order of Starlight took place there, yada yada yada. Pretty soon our eyes were glued to some starfish playing in the mud. It was a perfect opportunity to get it over with quickly. Obviously I wasn't going to kill them just then, they needed a chance to run, but I had to scare them first. I raised my spear right above my head and was about to go for a warning strike when I heard a singing sound. Reflected a knife that was flung my way at the last second and shattered against the ground. All three of us turned and saw this cloaked echo reaching for another knife. He had his hood pulled up, knives and daggers strapped all over his body. Even the air seemed to go darker around him. Looked like a real shadow bane.
I trained under them.
Impressive. Just Abby saw that I was protecting them from him. Should have seen a look on their faces when I said I was there to kill them. I turned back, wanting to refocus on my warning strike when I was interrupted by a simple stop. All of a sudden, this deep, raspy, incredibly fake voice. It sounded like some sort of proper degenerate. Luckily, the two of them saw we were fighting about who'd get to kill them. The approach to such a situation was to immediately try and bribe us. I told them to shut it. They asked me what I wanted then, if it was money or words. So I turned to a little shadow bane and asked what he wanted. But he just stood there quietly. Can't blame him. That's a little scarier than your parents. So you helped him with the decision? Not exactly. I walked over to him and handed him my spear.
She said, "This is your choice. Make it." It felt like she was passing some of her courage onto me.
He stepped forward, my spear in his hands, and took off his hood. He was... I'll spare you the details.
Was he bursting into tears?
Oh no! I recognized him, of course. I said you to audacity to act surprised.
Bastards! Surprised is one way to put it. When they talked, they sounded so... like they thought I had died.
You could have. They left you.
I wanted to say something. Anything. Yell, tell them to get lost, scream at them for what they've done to me, but... all that came out was, "Why did you leave?"
Oh.
The silence went on for so long.
Would have been long if those tides hadn't come rushing in. You did kind of walk into that one. Kind of. Luckily I was quick. Got all of us up on some muddy rock that the waves couldn't reach. How long were we up there for? Couple of hours.
It left us a lot of time to talk.
Did you?
Yes, a lot. For example, did you know the primordial flood was caused by the pyre erupting?
The pyre? You mean the biggest volcano in all of Assyria nestled right in Leviathan's domain?
Yeah. Apparently, it erupted and collapsed, covered all of the primordial sea in ash and set off a tsunami.
It should not be doing that.
No. Do you think powerful magic was afoot?
Probably not. What use is a giant tsunami to anyone?
Maybe they wanted to be... what?
Not in
Anyway,
that
it
sense
is
of the word.
Is water wet, Nue?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I'm asking you a question.
Probably not. And so now he's in the causes all you and your parents talked about.
No. Mostly we talked about the leaving thing.
That's kind of what you went there for.
Very true. They said not a day went by where they didn't regret what they had done.
Oh? But clearly they didn't put any effort into like maybe seeing if you were still alive somewhere, no?
Yeah, they didn't even try anything. I asked why they didn't come back then. They didn't have an answer for that. Mom said she was proud of my knife throwing skills though.
Yay.
I never thought they'd apologize. They owned up to all of it, as awful as it was. I hadn't planned for that. They wanted to make up for everything and be a part of my life. They also said it was up to me and what I wanted.
What do you want?
A family. Is that stupid?
No. No, it's not. So you forgave them?
No, not yet. I have to see if they actually mean what they said first. I can't trust them right now. We don't really know each other anymore. Who knows if we'll get along. But they did say they want to get to know me, and I think I might like that too. They're just so different. Feels like I'm angry at people that don't exist anymore.
You're still allowed to be angry. Even if they change, they hurt you. Neither forgiveness nor forgetting is required.
It just feels unfair, like I'm harboring resentment for Ghost. But I'll try to be honest with them. I owe that to myself. Plus, Jade threatened to decapitate them if they ever hurt me again.
They stand no chance.
None. Can I have a drink now, too?
Sure, let's try it.
Right. A secret?
No, a name. I assume Jade didn't know Yuskuma because your parents didn't call you that.
Correct.
What did they call you then?
I'm not...
I'll trade you my name. Just give the guy a drink. Your first name? Those are quite precious to mine, though, right? Very. See, there's a secret to trade for. I'm listening. Wait, now hold on. If we're some kind of fairy folk, you guys do not want to be giving me your names. Stop! Alicia. Oh.
I keep that name to myself too.
Excuse me. Beautiful name.
Yeah. Damn.
And a response to flattery. But thank you.
It's definitely better than mine.
Yours fits you.
It does not.
If you say so. So, not Alicia, what would you like in exchange?
Maybe something that'll stop me from choking on my words.
The usual then.
Yeah. In case I have to do more of this emotional thing.
I've definitely got something for that. Ooh, emotions! Ooh.
Emotions!
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional.
A sunny breeze. What a sunny guy.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Hmm?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. What this will work? Trying to see if this combination works for this drink or not.
Mm.
Yeah. I can still put all three of these in here. Sunny breeze! Yeah, some fluid emotional vulnerability.
Tastes a lot better than it sounds.
Feels a lot better too.
Maybe.
I still need to call you something else though if Kumo's out.
It is.
What have you got for me then?
I'm running out of names. Jade, can I... Is it gonna take Jade?
Nope, my name.
Fine. How about...
No!
Dave? Dave!
Put this guy into, like, fucking just change the hue to red. And you then give him sunglasses and we're good to go.
No! Please, Kumo! Keep it Kumo! Please!
No! You know what? Sure, I'll go with that. No! I'm proud of you, Dave. No! Why would you call yourself Dave of all things? Why?
I'm the change! No!
Not Dave! Come on.
Why, Dave?
For everything you've gone through and for choosing what's right for you.
Thank you.
Do you need a hug?
May have already gotten one from Jade. Oh!
Speaking of me, I've got to go. Want to check in with Grace and her goons? See you around, airboy.
See you around, Ulissa.
Turns out she went no contact with her family a while ago. Although she's surprisingly good at solving disputes others have with their parents, I also received the honor of learning her first name, and it fits her very well. The adorable turtle's name is Onyx. Why the name seems, you know. my dad. I don't know. Dave! What about you? Kettling a little longer?
I need some time to think all this over. Maybe even feel it, too. Is Fable back yet?
No.
Oh yeah, that whole debacle. I think cheesecake would make for a great distraction right about now.
No, I thought maybe you ran into them on the way back.
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
So Melly isn't back yet either.
No. I'm afraid not.
Cool. Great. I'll guess I'll talk to...
Sarah? Your parents?
Maybe. Do you think they still love me?
I don't know. I hope they do. I hope they love you well, but I don't know. I do know that other people love you, and that if your parents fail to live up to what you deserve, you won't be loved any less.
I'd like to believe that. Sometimes I just think, if even my own parents could leave me, anyone can.
You no wonder he has issues, Jesus!
So much abandonment. Oh no!
Don't measure your worth by the actions of the people that hurt you. Nothing good can come of that. Oh.
I'm very thankful to have met you.
Me too. It would be even more thankful if you hadn't changed your name to Dave.
For full thanks.
I hope that's not the last name change. Anyway, I'm also part of the night, or whatever, so I must go.
Okay.
Farewell.
See you soon. What's wrong with Dave? It's not a very magical name.
Nyam, nyam, nyam.
You know,
Every time. Oh, you go.
after all of the names he's had, I was really vibing with Kumo, especially because he didn't change it after Fable had given it to him, and now it's like, Dave!
Every time. Oh, it's the 30th!
Oh no!
But, every time, what do we call it? I hear the word farewell, my mind goes to Scrolls Oblivion farewell meme. She's
Innkeeper, surprise!
Nice to see that you're back. Is Fable with you?
No. Should they be?
They were looking for you.
God.
They aren't a very good detective then.
I'm happy to see you well, Melly. I'm totally normal for Melly! What do you mean?
No way when they see cat ears.
Everyone was very worried about you.
Why? I'm great at taking care of myself.
You are 8 years old! I think. 8? 10? 8? 8.
Description.
8. 10. You are 10 years old. You are, but where have you been all this time?
Investigating things, obviously, like the flood and restoration led me to Moy, yeah? More like, they did. Nico, Voy, and Hex, I mean. I followed them to Moy, yeah.
Oh, where's Hex?
You're talking about mysteries and puzzles, and I'm trying to solve a mystery, so... I couldn't let that opportunity pass me by.
You're lucky. People usually pay a lot of money to spend time with me. That is a fucking child, boy! Boy!
Why?
Because I'm, like, famous?
But I didn't go there because of you. I was following clues.
Okay.
I stayed outside. My case isn't about a wizard. Not this time.
Where's Hex anyway?
You know, doing wizard things.
Like ours.
Like ours? Say it.
I'm gonna ask that.
That would have been fun, but instead he chose to study.
Damn.
You immediately wanted to check out the spells we found. Well, he seemed pretty disheartened.
Okay.
Not sure. I guess he didn't find what he was looking for. Maybe because the world's greatest treasure was already traveling with him.
What would that be?
Never mind.
Aww.
He told us to keep an eye out for any time magic razzle-dazzle.
Ooh.
But we found nothing.
At least you managed to get inside and return safely.
Yeah. The way there was easy peasy. We got there thanks to Nico pulling off a shape-shifting trick and pretending to be a merchant. Stole some guy's coat and face and used his reputation to secure us a boat ride to Moria.
You sure?
Yeah, that works. Decided I wanted to meet with a real estate agent from the Magocracy to buy the island. I told him to pick us up in a week or so. By then, we'd be far gone.
What happened once you reached the island? I'm quite intrigued.
before would tell you anything. I'd like a drink.
Makes sense.
Something that goes down like honey and will make my poetry flow like a river.
Nothing easier than that. Though the description makes it sound... Ah!
Yeah, just totally got that from honey and flowing like a river.
Shiny breeze.
Though the thousand winds would technically also work. But if it's for honey, I'm gonna go with this one.
Honey, honey, honey. Yeah. Smooth like honey.
Some honey for those vocal cords. Enjoy.
That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Can we move on to the story now?
You got someone to be?
Nah, I'm getting bored. We got some more words. How do you say it, please?
Molia?
Molia? Why is there an L between the R and the Y? What the fuck?
Molia.
Well, we got to the place, and I'm so small. It's basically the tower's wild backyard. As I walked through between the crystalline roses, I expected to see secret passageways hiding behind every corner. I almost brought you back a rose.
Aww. Why didn't you?
I thought you wouldn't like it.
I wanna.
Oh, okay. That's, moving on.
I love fucking with this.
We get so just like flustered so easily. The tower itself reached so high, I thought I might be reaching out to kiss the moon itself.
It was really tilted at about a 5-degree angle.
Tilted towers?
Tilted?
Sorry, I had to. Before the joke expired, I had to.
At about a 5-degree angle, I measured with my paws. The bricks were still wet. I'm sure tsunami shook its foundation.
I think the waves would have done us a favor and knocked down the door. But nope. That locked door was the first challenge. Yeah, in goes lockpicks broke. Seems like a skill issue. Oh my god. Broke? Skill issue? Bro, the door ate my lockpicks.
Skill issue, bro. Do a mimic. Classic first step to securing your establishment.
You talk like you've seen one before.
Have you ever tried to open my door when the inn's closed?
No.
If you do, don't use any lockpicks and take care of your fingertips.
Oh
So,
shit.
How you get inside?
By charming it. Hex forgot his spell book and can't get the arcane unlock spell to work. And obviously, it wouldn't listen just like that. So I decided to play the mimic a tune. Yeah, that was amazing, bro. Your fancy tunes are the GOAT. Fucking every time Nico speaks, I want to scream.
It is. Hope you're doing fine.
I was nervous. I've never played in front of a mimic before, so I wasn't sure what their taste in music was.
You know what my problem with Inigo actually is? Every time they jiggle their leg, I also have to jiggle my leg.
Well, honestly, I feel that. Like, I
Like,
look at... I'm looking at both the tails and his leg, and then I can't, or their leg, and I can't stop shaking my leg.
Yeah.
ADHD problems, huh? I decided to play something emotional, something that would melt its metaphorical heart.
Ooh.
A song of woe. Called Woe. Who would have thought it'd literally melt? Yeah. I began playing the first tune and the lock started weeping before I reached the chorus. Tears were streaming down its face. And as if they were very hot or made of acid, the door melted away.
Huh.
Afterwards, the luck lay in a puddle of wood, sobbing and thanking me for my performance.
That's not a very sturdy lock.
It just sounds very in touch with its emotions.
We stepped over the door's remains and into the tower. It was so much taller and bigger on the inside. Like a pocket dimension. So freaking cool.
Mm.
Except the tower can't really fit in your pocket. Bet. Huh? What? Hex walked ahead. I was really distracted.
Depends on the tower, I guess.
Yeah. He didn't even listen to a poem about the symbiotic relationship between act and door. For a long time, we didn't encounter anything. Just a long hallway. No doors, only a bunch of strange paintings.
I hope they...
Of course, most hallways can't go on forever, so eventually we reached the staircase. After what felt like 5.5 minutes.
Oh no, 5 minutes in a giant tower. Ooh.
Oh, oogity boogity. Eternity.
Meanwhile, I was outside investigating the flora and fauna. Everything was very peculiar, like it was all from another world. Colors were different, very blue and almost spectral. And there were a lot of spider webs. Or yarn, not sure which. Suddenly, the ground shook and almost knocked me on my feet.
Who would have guessed there were pressure plates on those stairs? Literally any adventurer.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention, I was too careless. One wrong step and a pressure plate triggered an explosion and... Along! The whole staircase went crumbling down into a pit of nothingness.
That is unfortunate.
Bit by bit, starting from the bottom. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. I rushed upwards to safety, away from the weird wizard abyss. I stumbled, and if it hadn't been for Hex, I'd be mush.
And none of you people fucking fly. Genuine question. Like, I'm sorry, a changeling, I would assume, can just shapeshift into something that can fly? Maybe?
Well, if it's going by D&D rules, a changeling can only change into something that has the same amount of appendages as them. And since Inigo doesn't naturally have wings, he can't develop wings from changing.
Ah!
Yeah.
That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah. Now, if Inigo is a druid and can transform into animals, that would be different.
No. Iniko is a monk, I think.
Yeah, a monk.
Yeah, monk.
Yep.
We had that last time.
It must not be a very high level monk, because if they were a high level monk, they could literally run up walls. He grabbed my hand and pulled me up. But he isn't really the strongest, so we almost tumbled down together instead.
I'm not surprised.
I figured I couldn't just leave them to fall to their pathetic destiny. So I zoomed down to grab Hex by his collar and pulled him and Boy back up and kissed both of them. Ow! Thank you for saving us, Nico. No problem, boy. Don't get used to it.
Does a changeling change their mass? I don't know.
I mean, if we're going by D&D standards, as long as they remain like, what do you call it? Like, you can like adjust your height and your weight, but not so much that your whole size changes. So Inigo can reduce their weight a little bit, but not so much so that they're like tiny.
Ah, okay.
If going by D&D.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're very much basing most of their fantasy stuff here on D&D. Like,
Didn't you expect a trap like that? After all, the great wizard would want to protect their treasure.
I guess we were a little distracted by all the gold hanging from the walls. The staircase ended in a wondrous library that spiraled endlessly higher around the tower's inside walls.
Damn, they brought me to my house?
We lost Hex at the bottom, in the first row of books. A lot of them were drenched. Didn't seem like the tower was waterproof.
Oh no.
There was still primordial water dripping from somewhere above. Didn't make out the ceiling. I had to reach it though. Second story of the spiral staircase library had 3 paths leading away. Each path ended in a door, and all 3 doors were closed and marked, with ruins or paintings or rusty old box. I got sucked. Well, I bit my tongue. I got sucked, yeah, that's all that happened. I got sucked into looking at the library's beautiful murals. Each of them depicts a different story. Goodness.
Take your time.
One of them was a mosaic of mirrors. That one was my favorite. Fucking hate myself. Watching Hex look at books was like reading a thriller. Almost every second book was rigged with a trap, but he figured out the pattern quickly.
Oh, nice.
Something, Fibonacci, I don't know.
Ah, Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah. Once I was able to pry myself away from the murals, I started looking for spell things. I knew Hex was interested in those, and, you know, you help when you can. I didn't. I mostly looked at the small treasures lying around.
To no one's surprise.
That's a fucking mood, though. The wizard had this real cool staff with a chunker of a gemstone embedded at the top. Oh, lordy, coming!
Oh, Lordy, coming!
Imagine the damage I could do with that. But I also found something else that was really cool. Here, take a look. It's dope, right?
What am I looking at?
Oh, they added something to the tavern, I think.
Where? What is this?
Oh, I have the jar. Duh. Shows what the weather is like in another realm.
How does that where?
That's a good
Is it not-
question.
Huh?
Is it that orb that's on the alcohol shelf? Or the drink
No,
shelf?
that's been there the entire time. The orb is not new. Maybe it's somewhere where you can't see it right now.
Maybe.
Because I'm like, where did something change in the background? I'm not seeing
Like,
it.
you heard like something shuffling in the back, right?
I did. I heard the. Oh,
Yeah, so something definitely got added.
I see. Let me guess. Avalon?
I knew you'd get it. I found some spell scrolls. One of them had golden runes on it. Hex liked that one. He didn't love it, you know? Then, nestled back between a few red velvet armchairs, I found a glass case. It had a golden frame and a scroll placed inside, neatly in the middle. The scroll was floating and all that.
Sounds special.
Mm-hmm. I knew Hex was looking for more spells, so I called for him. As soon as I mentioned an oddly floating scroll, he came sprinting upwards, staring at the glass case. He already had another scroll tucked into his coat. Honestly, I was expecting him to be carrying half the library at that point. Yeah, I can see that. But I guess that would have been too heavy for him. Of course, the glass case was also a puzzle.
Of course.
Had no lock, no lid, no nothing. Just glass and a gold frame. The scroll itself was glowing a promising blue. I suggested breaking the glass. Hex gave me his finest death glare. So, he investigated the puzzle himself. While they were doing boring side quests, I made sure to stuff my pockets. Found a jeweled silver paperweight shaped like a bird that'll make for a great blunt weapon.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Hex was too scared we'd destroy the scroll by triggering another contraption, so... He suggested we look around in the adjacent rooms. The riddle doors.
The riddle doors.
Hex only had to look at them for a mere second before figuring them out. Apparently all those murals and runes were referencing a story hidden somewhere in the library. So he made us search for it. It was tricky. He didn't want to trigger the book traps after all. It was like the library knew what would tempt us the most. I kept seeing books about forgotten songs, rare instruments, and romantic poetry. I saw books about burglary and fraud. Even had to tackle you to the ground one time so you wouldn't blow us all up. Looking for it to exist a good scheme. It was kind of exciting seeing Hex hop up and down the stairs looking for the right books. First password was password, and the second password was passwords past the password.
Mm-hmm. And the third one was passwords past the passwords password.
You wish, but no. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck?
No.
My goodness.
Easy to crack. Good for you.
The first room was an alchemy lab full of stuff that I'd never seen before. Apparatuses. There we go. I hate English.
Same.
Most of the liquids had gone dry, but Hex insisted on taking whatever was left along with us anyway. Wouldn't let me taste any, though. The nerd was more interested in the study hidden behind the second door. He was really determined to crack all of that old wizard's mysteries. We helped where we could, but listen, I only have like 3 brain cells. That's a whole mood. The soundscape of the tower was kind of depressing. Silence broken only by the dripping of water and the creaking of old wood. So I sweetened it with a song. It was very easy to get into the flow with that bomb music boyo.
Wow.
Thank you. I didn't find a key to the glass case, but he at least found the blueprint showing how it was built. Maybe we can find out how to open it using that.
That'd be nice.
He was pretty beaten up about everything, though. Yeah, I couldn't find what he was looking for. Woo-hoo.
Not even a third room?
No. That one was a gym. Didn't know wizards worked out. Jesus. Maybe it was just a distraction from the hidden folks.
A hidden mold. Anything good in there?
Oh yeah, more than our arms could carry. A bunch of artifacts. Most of them probably cursed. Which makes them even cooler. But Inkeep, you don't even know the funniest part yet.
Enlighten me.
The whole time the wizard has a spare key to the tower under the doormat.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The oldest habit of all time, and we didn't even think about checking for it.
I did, but I wanted them to find it for themselves.
Oh my god, Melly.
When I left the tower, I was at the beach with Jake. She'd arrived a while ago to pick us up and I was teaching Onyx new tricks.
She helped us heave the loot onto her boat. We couldn't take everything with us, we decided to head back there again another day.
The There's one thing that doesn't make sense in this equation, though.
That would be.
Inigo, Roy, and Hex traveled alone, well, except for me, the stowaway. Yet I found a fresh set of footprints by the coast before Jade ever arrived. But there was a fifth person on the island. Maybe someone was there just shortly before us.
We didn't even notice, lol. Just like we didn't notice Melina.
I'm sorry for staying hidden for so long.
Don't apologize. I think it just proved your skills as a detective. We've got a lot to learn from you.
What a story. I can't wait to share it with Archie.
I'll be on my way now.
Nope, not before I can read more information about you.
More lore!
Apparently, his Hagam also doubles as a magical teleportation device and can open the ethereal weave. Luckily, he's safe as long as he plays the right notes. Slowly but steadily, he's getting over his stage fright, learning how to use his skills. I hope Grace and I get tickets to his next concert. Why specifically Grace? Oh, because Grace was a fan. Right.
Yeah.
Grace was literally the only one who actually was like, oh,
Yeah.
D-boy? Yeah. Boy is not that old yet in terms of all of the characters we have in this game.
1 year younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
3 years younger than me.
Gotta check up on Hex and make sure he doesn't accidentally take a book lyric home. You coming along with me, Go? Sure thing. So long, Innkeep. Goodbye, Innkeeper. Don't miss me too much.
I'll try not to.
More lore!
He even explored an abandoned wizard tower to look for lost or maybe forbidden spells. According to his accomplices, he was rather fixated on inspecting every piece of loot as if he was looking for something particular. A spell to protect his system, maybe. Maybe. Thank you for the hydrate time. You should also hydrate.
Sure,
Please.
I have green tea with me.
Hmm.
Well, ice cream tea, but still, green tea.
I have just a water. A bowl of water. No, it's just you and me, Innkeeper.
Bottle of water?
A bottle of water.
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 Thank you for the break. Indeed. I'm glad you're back.
You're making it sound like I was lost or kidnapped.
To be fair, Melly, we weren't quite sure what had happened to you.
Very true.
I was just investigating.
Without telling anyone?
I don't need to tell anyone where I'm going.
People care about you, Melly. They get worried if they don't know where you are. Oh yeah! The fountain bottle in front of the window we couldn't see because Roy was in front of it is the new thing. Hell yeah! You're right. Thank you, Akira.
Oh.
I'm covering most of it on stream, but good. Yes, that seems to be it.
Oh, I'm not used to that. But I care about people too, like you.
That's good to hear.
Yeah!
Yay! Melly!
Hi, Aura.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, that name is so outdated. You're back.
I am. Did you miss me?
Did I was just very worried. What?
You called me Melly.
What about it?
You've never done that before.
That smug ass face she made! I'm sure I have.
No.
You even said you'd never call me Melly.
That was ages ago!
She has better memory than us. I'm just glad you're back.
Welcome back to my tavern, Dave.
That's a cute one.
No, it isn't! Yeah, I got it on my latest quest.
Kumo War!
Hey, you made a good choice. I also went on a quest. Well, at first I wanted to find the moon swamps. You know, the mysterious magical swamp that is said to be magically hidden and only appears in foggy but starry nights. I heard there's someone in the moon swamp near the portal to the Twilight Chasm.
And did you find anything?
No, I did find some weird waymarkers made of bones that seemed to lead somewhere. They had do not touch written on them and the paint even seemed fresh, so it looked like the perfect clue. But then suddenly there were just gallons of water everywhere. Luckily I got away quick, and since I was already there, as Fizoa's best detective, it was my duty to discover the flood's origins. At first I was more of a stowaway than a detective, and I also couldn't figure out what.
Don't storm off like that ever again. You understand? I was so worried and no one knew anything about your whereabouts.
No. No! Oh!
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. It's just, I haven't cared about anyone in so long. And with you and Fable both suddenly gone, I didn't know what to do.
I thought you didn't care. After you went away, even though I asked you to be more careful, I thought maybe you didn't want to be my trusty assistant after all. So I went to investigate alone.
I'm sorry for leaving.
It's alright. I'm used to people leaving and not coming back.
I do care, Mally. I'm just kind of new to this whole honesty thing.
Oh.
I'm kind of new to this whole empathy thing.
Yeah, I figured.
If you'd like, I could fix your drink to help you find your words again.
I don't know if I'm up for trading another secret in exchange.
It's on me today. You've got enough to worry about. So, let me see what I can do for you. Alright.
I'm Sky Mally's back.
For real?
But now, Fable's out there completely fucking lost, not knowing where Mally is. Oh my god, why couldn't they just be patient?
I think Fable's gonna come back like at the very last second kind of thing.
Maybe.
There we go, shiny breeze! Enjoy your magical liquid eloquence.
It doesn't taste half bad. This might actually help.
Duh!
So, your quest? Jade said you were stranded on...
Well, yeah.
You were stranded?
Yep. I felt like they very suspicious looking fellas and somehow ended up on that island. Why do I always run into wizards and magic when I'm out on adventures? And traps. Magical traps everywhere.
Sounds very dangerous.
Detectives always seeking thrills. I'll make sure to be careful, I promise.
It's not about that. I know you know how to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have solved the T-Rex case.
I like that. I think this is a programming issue they have. Because every time they write T-Rex, I know it's not been that many times, but every time they write T-Rex, or if it's like a word that has either a hyphen or, in this case, like in the middle, I feel like it takes a little longer to load the rest of the text box.
Yeah, I noticed like the little
right? Like every time they write T-Rex, it's like solve the T Rex case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the code just reads hyphens end periods as like a sentence ender, so because like, they have to technically start a whole new sentence.
Maybe.
But don't keep putting your own life at risk in exchange for a quick adventure.
That's so funny coming from.
Luckily, nothing major happened this time. This all could have ended very differently. I mean, Fable's still out there, so.
Hey, I know.
All I'm saying is, don't disappear again. Please. You're not alone anymore. You don't have to do everything all by yourself.
Like, you want to talk?
I was just about to say that!
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like with Dave, we've seen the growth recently.
Yeah.
So he has a
He
point.
definitely has a point here.
Apparently accepting a gift from them is also bad because you owe them pretty much anything they'd like. Oh god. Everyone is just fucked by repeatedly drinking here. Even though they're guilty themselves. Both of you are. But you two have also made a lot of progress already. I'm glad both of you made it back safely.
Heard anything from Fable yet?
I fucking wish, dude. No, not yet.
What about Sally?
She came back after the flood. Currently she's investigating some undead sightings in the Pale Woods.
Do you know when she'll be back?
No, but the two of you can wait here for her if you want.
Yes, please. I want to stay until Sterling gets back.
Alright, I'll keep you company.
How about I spice up your wait with another drink?
I'll pass.
Oh, but I'd like one, please.
Of course. You want anything specific?
The whole adventure was pretty exhausting. Maybe something to combat my mental tiredness.
Easier than that. I'm this close to giving the tiny little girl the coffee. I swear to God.
Wait! I mean...
Let me check. Yeah, hold on. What's up,
room?
Thank you for coming. No, I cannot.
No.
Damn it. Who am I allowed to
Oh
give the
my
coffee
god,
to?
I would love to give her the coffee.
This was like, wait, combat? Combat?
Huh?
I could give you the silent all though. What about that one? And then we're gonna... How do we do? We put in there.
Bye, Doom! Thank you for stopping by.
Does that work? Sure. And two of these. No, two of the. Two of these. Silent all. Yeah, there we go.
Combat the
I
mental.
do like how... Oh, you finish. You go.
I was
I like how you, what do you call it? I like how you could technically make the drinks in like multiple different ways.
Yes. Which is good, because if it was only one very specific way every time, it would get boring fast, I feel.
It would.
Coffee's for Skelly because he wouldn't die from mistake. Let's see if this will wake you up again.
Oh, thank you. This is delicious. I can feel my synapses connect. Synapses connecting.
How the fuck does a 10-year-old know that word?
He's a detective. He's very smart.
Okay. But when I was 10 and I was playing detective, I just picked up sticks and threw them around.
Well, she's not just playing.
That's the difference. It's a skill issue.
But when I was 10, the biggest word I fucking knew was poopy head.
You know, now that I've had some time to think about it, I think I figured out why Hex was so bummed about the loot.
Care to share your insight with us?
Of course. He has a younger sister, right? Which always struck me as odd. She looks so much older than him. So what if she just ages faster than he does? And he expected to find some very special loot in that wizard tower. But he didn't find it. So what if he was looking for something to extend her life? Like a scroll of immortality.
What a foolish idea. Not you. Heck. Even if it's tempting, those are powers that no one should interfere with.
I agree. What if she turns into a zombie? I've had enough of them.
Definitely.
We should tell him when we see him again. Or maybe we should tell Sarah when she returns. She seems to be experienced in dealing with the undead. I think it'll be a long time before she gets back.
I don't know. Could be very soon. Could also take a few more days. Been a long day. Aren't you tired, Melly?
No. I'm not tired. At all.
Let's wait for a little bit longer. Maybe he'll show up and Fable with her.
Sounds good.
Nope. Is she fall asleep?
Yeah. She fell back, probably. Maybe I should bring her home and wrap this up for tonight.
That's a good idea. You should get some rest as well. I'll let you know if I hear anything about Sarah or Fable.
Alright. There's not much for me to do otherwise.
Except care for Melly. She needs you.
Yeah. I think you may be right.
Good night, Dave.
You know... forget about it. See ya.
Not before I've read the information on Melly.
Yeah, you can't leave yet. Open the book.
Melly's already a source of inspiration for a certain writer, maybe because she seems so independent, though her latest adventures taught her that she can't do everything alone. It's good to see that she allows herself to be a child again after everything, and I couldn't be more proud. Aww.
Detective mode? No.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice if you're independent, but also you're 10 years old. Please.
Yeah. I knew she was gonna fall asleep when she was like, nope, not tired. I'm like,
No,
okay,
I'm
yeah.
not tired at all.
Immediately passes the fuck out.
I haven't saved this entire stream. I should do that sometime. Voila. Just in case, you know. Don't want to have to replay all of that. Oh!
Oh!
You two! It's been a long time. What quest were they even on?
That's a very good question. I don't fucking remember.
Welcome back. It's good to see you both again. Wait, maybe the did I just get an achievement?
I don't know, did you?
Wait. I did just get an achievement, but I couldn't fucking tell you what for.
I mean, can't you, like, shift tab and see,
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the achievement right now, but I literally... Hold on. It only tells me that 10% of players have it, but I don't know what it does. There's no description for this one.
What? That's...
Like, some of them have descriptions, you know, the one, the blub blub one was sleep with the fishes, but this one doesn't have. It's one of the, okay, this is what happens after, it's one of the purple ones, but I have no idea.
Is it ever blooming?
Yeah. The newest one I got.
It's more than likely because you got the good ending for the quest line between, what happened with them. Because, what do you call it? It seems like, what do you call it? Like the, I guess, copper-looking icons are more for just like smaller early game stuff. And I guess since we're hitting like maybe like the late portion of the game, we're getting these silver ones, which are less commonly gotten because people don't really reach this far into the game. Because I'm also looking
it's definitely an achievement from like the outcome of a quest, that's for sure. But
yeah, because I'm looking at some of the other achievements. You have stuff like Cold Case, Distract and Run, Catharsis, Boom, Rogue, which seems like would be given if you complete the other way for the quest. So I think Ever Blooming might just be what you were given for getting this particular ending with this quest.
Yeah, I got Shadow, which is the one for when I gave him the drink that makes him invisible when he went
Yeah.
to the vampire thingy, and but they only all of the quest outcomes are all purple, it seems. I don't remember what quest they were on. So it's like, you were on a quest, we'll come back, but I'll come back. It's good to see you both again. All the enthusiasm, innkeeper. We bring tales of disaster. Oh, okay. I don't mind a little.
Dead.
I don't mind a little disaster, my tales. After all, you tell them so well.
She really does.
As do you, Clay.
Thank you. I hope my stories are as good as your drink.
They are to me. Speaking of which, can I offer you a drink in exchange for a little insight into your disasters?
That'd be great.
You want another one of the ingredients? Something that feels strong and magic-y, right?
Cursed coffee. You remembered. Yes, that one, please.
Coming right up. I know, I don't actually remember what I gave you, but okay.
Cursed coffee. Yes!
Yes! I gave you a cursed coffee!
Let's do it! Give him the cursed coffee!
Oh my god. Okay, wait, what do I put in there?
Max strength, 2 ints, and 1 finesse.
This would work, I think.
Oh, you're also in a minus strength right now.
I know, but it still works because I have five total I can pull in here, and I just need to pull 1 more than normal, so it works out. That is a cursed beverage for sure. Let's see. Please be correct. It's not the same as last time. Something tasty and strong, but hopefully not disastrous.
Very tasty. Very strong. You really got the best drinks around.
Nice. Happy to hear that, Clay. Tia, you're bursting at the seams. How are the archives?
Fun.
Were they? My house. The bleak stalkers were... bleak. Cute. Cute.
Very. Jade told us where to find the entrance to the archives. But when we got there, we found it surrounded by bleak stalkers.
They were quite numerous, and so shaped.
I decided to ask them if they could let us through.
And I thought he might need some help with that. So I called on your honeyflowers and extended my divine light to him. I made him glow softly, and they all flocked to him like moths to a gentle flame. You know they have velvet wings they can fold into their bodies? I didn't. That's fascinating.
They were so cuddly and showed off their clawing skills in exchange for carrots? I asked them if they'd like to be our tour guides, and they were so excited. They'd never been tour guides before, and at first they thought it involved eating people.
I might have acted a bit standoffish when trying to correct a misconception. Clay was able to convey the message much better. He's very good at explaining things. I think he really understands people. And that helps him meet them where they are.
I tried to. Everyone has their own way of understanding things. I think that's beautiful.
I envy your empathetic approach to life, Clay.
He's blushing.
Thank you. But you've got your own strength. The intelligent one and the dumb one. Who is who? We never know. Like how you're a master of strategy, or how you're so good at making people feel safe.
I suppose we make a great team.
Aww.
Aww. The best time, I say.
We made a great team with the Bleak Stalkers, too. They led us right inside the archives, which were huge.
Large parts of the Everbloom had collapsed, but even the explorable sections were unbelievably spacious. We had no time for a proper tour, unfortunately. We had to make it back in time for the barbecue after all. Aha, yes, the barbecue. The host of the barbecue is, we don't know where.
We don't know what happened.
That meant we had to be efficient during our search. But we did take a break to admire the artist's hole the creatures excitedly led us to. We found abandoned pottery equipment that distracted us a little too much. Using more time than was perhaps appropriate, we molded tiny versions of the little critters, as a gift to them.
They love them.
Afterwards, we split up to cover more ground. Each of us was guided by a group of bleak stalkers. A dangerous choice. That's when the monsters get you. That's what Clay said, so I enchanted the friendship bracelets. That way they would always sense in which direction the other person was located, so neither of us would get lost.
That was so smart.
It was very useful. I see you kept yours on.
Oh!
I did.
It really helps with navigating around the archives, too. It's a beautiful place, you know. I mean, everything's overgrown with vines or withered and full of termites. But we could still tell how much care had gone into building it. Some of the tree branches still had leaves on them. I saw a couple of stubborn lotus daisies trying to break through around the rocks. I taught the bleak stalkers how to water them. They'd love drinking out of the watering can.
Nice!
But they also enjoyed sharing their water with the lotus daisies. Hopefully they'll grow stronger again soon.
What a shame all the effort went into building the archive. All the effort that went into building the archives was for nothing.
But it wasn't. It meant something to someone once. I can still feel that love in it, even during our visit. Maybe it'll even bloom again. It's called the Everbloom, right? Like, forever? I wonder who named it. We should go back sometime and see if we can find any information about the archivists.
I mean, we know one archivist we could ask once he's back. See if he knows anything.
I bet they knew some great drinking games made.
Perhaps we should honor their contributions by studying the knowledge they left behind.
Why not both? They should be people first, simple second.
Oh, yes. I guess both would work too. Good idea, Clay. What else did you find in the archives, besides friends and the beauty and horrors of time, I mean?
I got a little distracted when I asked our new friends to put me towards cooking section. It was so vast. I found so many new bread recipes I can't wait to try out. Nice. I also found something for you.
Oh! For me?
Yes, a recipe from a book on mixology. First I thought about taking the whole thing along, but it was a giant tomb and the bleak stalkers were so attached to it. So I ripped out the page that looked most interesting.
We thought it would fit your repertoire. Ooh! I think it does. Thank you very much. What is it? What is it? Ooh!
The last whisper.
Last Whisper stills itself into your heart. It provides a boost to strength and speed and has a tough, if somewhat bitter aftertaste that will awaken your senses. Sometimes all you need is the right balance between elegance and brute force and the correct translation of an ancient recipe. I feel like that's something we could give to Fable simply because of the whole dexterity. It's like,
Very
yeah.
true.
Maybe we'll actually have a new drink for Fable. Assuming they show up again. As for me, I asked them to lead me towards dangerous knowledge and soon found myself in a hidden study. The bleak stalkers didn't want to go inside, like they were scared of its contents. So I rewarded them with some treats and ventured inside alone. Sounds like you got along with them rather well. I grew quite attached. Perhaps I would even call them my favorite animals.
That means you solved your favorite animal quest.
We did. They almost made me want to stay and waste more time, isn't that strange? Not in the slightest. Time well spent is time never wasted. Perhaps you're right. Anyhow, the study. It was a complete mess, full of scripture, scrolls, and written ramblings that would be forbidden these days. A little exciting. And worrying. The papers I was able to translate spoke of the apocalypse, of the end of it all. There was research on the roots of the Ether-3 and how to unbind them, written with shaking hands and fading ink. Was this more the scholarly or mad scientist type of research? Hard to tell. The lines tend to blur with blasphemy.
Do you know a lot about the Ether Tree? Because Tia gave me a whole presentation on it.
I wouldn't mind a refresher.
It's a giant tree.
Who would have fucking guessed? Got started.
A world tree. That means our world rests on it. In it. Around it. Somewhere.
Okay. In it, mostly. It depends on who you ask.
The dragons guard the tree. Because they created it? Maybe. But definitely because they care for us. And since we live in it, it should keep existing as it does now. Because no one wants their house to crumble. A lot of people would get hurt if something happened to everyone's home.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Even a big guy like him needs a bit of encouragement and positive reinforcement sometimes. I think he and Miss Anwar are definitely a good team. They even have matching friendship bracelets, now he just have to wear them. He also loves good food and would never want to miss a delicious barbecue. Priorities strict! That's true, but luckily for us, damaging the Ether-3 isn't possible. It's larger than we could ever imagine. To us, it's really more of a concept than a tree. And the dragons defend it. Despite their oath of neutrality, they're no easy foes. Can you respond, Way? The sigils of Alcahest. The who? What now?
The who's the what?
The what now? The sigils of Alcahest. They're the key to destroying the Ether-3, according to the scrolls I studied under the archive's canon.
I think 3 or tree.
Are they some sort of spell? More of a manual to a self-fulfilling prophecy, a way of breaking the cosmos in accordance with its own rules. For the tree to crumble, its foundation must be fractured. The 5 sigils of Alcahest represent the 5 dragons, each of which must be damaged to topple our world's balance. Only then can our cosmos reshape itself. Scrolls spoke of experiments for creating a sigil, unsuccessful experiments. That's reassuring. Not quite. They were only unsuccessful back then. Next to the notes of old, I found others, written on cleaner, newer parchment with unfaded ink. Much of it was incomprehensible, written in languages I've never seen before. Fairy sketches of whales caught my eye, as did altered frostbite scrolls. That sounds unsettlingly familiar. I fear that the starfall broke a sigil. By ripping holes into Cassiopeia's wings, it destabilized her flight. If she's damaged any further, time could be sent into disarray. Meanwhile, the tsunami, like I heard, didn't just plague the archives. The waves broke down the barriers between the primordial sea and the twilight chasm in ways never seen before. So that's 2 broken sigils? 2 out of 5 is not a good look. Especially this close together. That is not good. What an incredible understatement. To witness one such sigil fracture would be anxiety-inducing enough. Knowing it has happened to 2 will keep me up for many nights. It's not 2, it's 3. 3. Alongside the notes, I found an old map with fresh markings. All the names were outdated, but the intention was clear, marked by the 5 interplanar portals. 30 years ago, the sudden appearance tore fissures into Gaia. I believe they were the first sigil. Uh-oh.
Bad, right?
So, this entire world is ending? Is that what's going to happen? Oh god.
Maybe.
Very.
And we're just here giving out drinks.
Who could have done this? I don't know. And why, of all things? If the Ether-3 collapsed or even shifted from its perfect balance, the destruction would end us all.
Who would want that?
No one thinking rationally, that's for sure.
They might have good reason for it. I like the little chitter-chatter of the skull.
Yeah!
Maybe we could talk them out of it?
I doubt it. Me too. Well, that may be that's causing this. They only have 2 sigils left. Or would be quite bad, right? Didn't they say that waking the Elder Dragon will start the apocalypse? They do.
I feel like there's too many ways to start the apocalypse.
True. Maybe they're all connected, and waking all will break the last sigil. Although, I'd like to think breaking all the sigils is indeed impossible. Because it's possible to reach to it in the spirit realm, correct? It's not exactly impossible. Sorry. One can make it to the spirit dragon via the astral sea at the dawn of the dying moon.
That's in 5 days, right?
Yes, but worry not. To reach such a specific location within the astral realm, very specific rituals are necessary. And Gaia's portal to Cassiopeia is indispensable. Said portal is located in and safely protected by the Aperture, the stronghold of the Order of Starlight. And its rituals must be performed with outstanding accuracy to withstand the treacherous astral currents. Only the highest ranking members of the Order are privy to this knowledge. Is it privy or privy?
Privy.
Privy.
I would assume privy.
Okay.
Because P-R-I makes like a... Well, because P-R-E is free. But P-R-I... Well, no, if it's a V-Y, why is English like this? Privy.
And I guarantee you, all of us would rather die than aid in the destruction of this world. If the rest of them are half as stubborn as you are, I think we're well protected. Exactly. It's good then, the rest is worse. What's bad is that we don't know who's behind this. Or why, by the dragons on the endless horizon, anyone would desire something so vile. I can already sense your next quest. Can I offer you a drink first? Your throat must be dry from all that exposition. I wouldn't say no to a drink. Perhaps something that would keep my mind intact, defended from lunacy. I feel like I'm going mad. Say no more.
Say no more, fam.
Say no more.
Also, I just looked it up, and it's privy.
Privy, okay.
Yeah.
Privy. How about a steel tonic?
Oh, I want to try a steel tonic IRL. I hope, you know, what'd be cool if this game releases a recipe book.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would get it so fast. I would love that.
The one for Valhalla just recently went back in stock, but
Oh.
I think I still managed to miss it. Like, I don't have the money right now, so I didn't even check. I was so sad. I want it.
Nice. Is it called the Carmotrine Dream Cocktail Recipe Book?
Should be.
Because if it is,
Wait, let me see.
I might have just found it.
Yeah, the one at on Fangamer, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh. I feel like you still get it right now. $29.
I don't even know if Fangamer would send stuff to Europe, actually.
You never know.
Yeah, I'm keeping that tab open.
I need to start getting recipe books from games to put on my shelf.
Please make the drinks look at least close to what's in game. I feel like that's gonna be the hard part, actually, for this game.
Yeah, because a lot of them are freaking wacky ass cups.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get a cup that looks like the sailor's drink.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I feel like the easiest one would probably be like the more like small circular cups, or like that cursed coffee chalice cup. You just get like a plastic chalice.
I mean,
So,
I feel like
Sunny
this one
Breeze
you
would be
could.
easy.
The peak
Yeah.
sunrise, you just need a little sunny breeze, definitely.
Yeah, I think Thousand
Thousand
Words would be
Winds.
that hard. Yeah.
Freshlight Lagoon could also work.
Oh, that could definitely work. But stuff like Swift Strike, like where the fuck are you finding that cup?
Yeah. Sparkly
Nebula could
Nebula
definitely be
looks a little like
possible.
it could be one of those, like an old medicine bottle.
Yeah, I think Sparkling Nebula would definitely be possible.
Yeah. The Southern Brawler, I think so. I think there could be something out there designed like this.
Yeah.
The Swift, the Swift Strike.
I can see that.
The Steel Tonic also. The Sailor's Courage.
I mean, the Steel Tonic, you would just get like a custom-made tankard.
Yeah.
I'm
With
sure
special
that
effects,
would
please.
cover it.
Floating Cloud and the Windy Leaves.
I think the hardest one would probably be Silent Owl.
Yeah,
That would be the
For
hardest one
sure.
to actually get like your hands on.
for sure.
Well, that's why we have 3D printers.
Together with the recipe book, you get a bunch of the 3D models you can then print yourself.
That'd be cool, actually.
That would be fun. Thank you. This makes me feel a little less conspiratorial. Conspiracy. I needed a breather.
You know what else could make for a great breather? Breathing.
Fable's barbecue?
Exactly.
Yeah, except Fable isn't here. We don't know where they
Yeah! They kind of just up and down.
You're right. They would be quite pleasant right now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the barbecue's happening today. Fable hasn't returned from their quest yet.
Oh. What quest are they on?
Finding Melina.
But we just saw Melly on her way here.
Perhaps they found another quest spell out. Heroism can be infectious like that. Inky, what kind of drink did you mix them?
We didn't mix them a drink.
None.
Maybe we should go look for them.
Maybe so. To be fair, yeah. Because I am starting to get scared for Fable.
Don't.
Don't?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. To be fair, though, they do that to themselves. So
It would be funny if everyone would go out to look for Fable and Fable just comes strolling by and is like, "Hi," just like
Hey.
Melly.
I'm back.
Back.
God.
No one has seen him in
That's why
days. The last things
they did that.
The last things I said to them, I hate for those words to say the last. Please help me find them. Of course. I'm sure they could slay any monsters without us, but some extra hands couldn't hurt.
But you'll have to deliver your apologies yourself. They started it!
I'll slay that beast when it comes to it. Very well. First we must solve our urgent sigil problem. I feel like we're just missing one piece. Whoa!
Oh?
A piece of what? Cake? I like to order my usual cake, innkeeper.
I don't serve cake. Never have.
Oh, maybe you should. Another delicious delicacy would be...
Also still no blood.
Aww. The sorrow I'm feeling almost equals the grief I felt after the vampire glitter competition of 3089.
Oh?
I had run out of glitter.
I could serve you one of my usual drinks to alleviate some of that heartache.
That would be splendid. I'd like something to enhance my immortal strength. No shopping bags shall hold me back today.
I'll see what I can do. Strength!
I feel that,
Strength!
Kyle. I feel that. Oh, strength? Curse coffee? Curse coffee.
Curse coffee? Curse coffee? Yeah, curse coffee.
I kind of was immediately always now going to be going down the curse coffee route.
It's like, yes, I got a new thing.
Wait, how else can I make it? Could also just use this, then pour the others normally. Oh no, let's
True.
use this one to get the boost. Yes. One, two.
There's coffee, but in a different way than I made it last time. Haha.
Nice.
Everyone's getting a cursed coffee. Here, with all the strength of a raging fire.
Thank you, dear innkeeper. My blood is boiling with euphoria.
Any particular reason for your shopping trip?
A very particular one, dear innkeeper. It is a matter of life and death. I must set out to purchase this wondrous sustenance known as comfort food immediately.
Do you know what comfort food is?
I haven't the slightest idea. It is rumored to restore you mortals back to full health. I'm afraid Rhea will perish should she not receive it.
That sounds serious. Has she fallen ill?
A fatal case of something she called being in the zone. I assume it's highly dangerous. She's refused to move away from a drawing board for over a year now. She even threw me out of the room upstairs when I offered her a blood pellet snack. How will her body handle another year without food?
I have some good news for you. Rhea has been sketching for a year. You guys checked in yesterday.
Unfortunate.
And as for your legendary item, you should ask her about it. Generally, everyone has a different idea of what they consider comfort food.
Wondrous.
So something tells me you should give her some time before you go back upstairs to ask.
Why?
Patience is so cool now. That's so good. I'm gonna say that.
I don't think Rhea's cold. Her room was very well heated.
Oh my god.
If anything, I think she's a very warm person.
I love this guy.
Kyle is such a mood.
Right.
And I suppose she seemed a bit cold when I offered her blood.
Let's give her some time to warm up again.
Very well. I shall remain for a while. And once I've acquired the correct comfort food, I will make sure my friend eats every last bite. Like a vampiric mother hen to a vampiric chick.
I didn't know there were vampire chickens. My goodness.
There aren't. Do you know that for certain?
Yes. I could have sworn the ones at my family's estate had fangs.
Chickens can't develop teeth.
Anyway, I thought we were comrades in blood hunger.
To be fair, some chickens are quite vicious. I speak from
They
experience.
don't need teeth to be vicious.
Oh my goodness. Quick story time. If you don't mind. So, a couple months ago for school, I had to go to a farm in order to learn some proper care procedures for animals. And there was a chicken there. It was relatively young, in terms of animal years.
Yeah.
It was relatively young. And one of my teachers picked up the chicken to explain what we had to do. The farmer said that chicken was mellow. Nothing was going to happen. As soon as my teacher picked up the chicken immediately went for her eyes.
Oh!
If she was not wearing glasses, she would be wearing an eye patch. That chicken had it out for her. Oh my goodness. Chickens are monsters. There's a reason why I eat them.
Okay.
Chickens are still very fascinating all on their own. Are you good? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you know they have very colorful dreams?
How would you know that?
It's the brain of a chicken.
Oh, that's nice.
I once helped a wild hen with her dream journal. What?
What now?
I'll introduce you to sometime.
Okay.
My favorite thing about chickens is that they purr when they're happy.
I don't think we're still talking about chickens.
No, chickens can purr.
What?
Chickens, they can purr. When they're happy, cozy, and safe, they will purr.
The hell?
Did you not know that? Fun fact.
No, I did. I have very little experience with chickens.
Yep, chickens will purr.
Okay. What charming creatures. The more I learn, the more they remind me of vampires. Do you also purr when you're happy? So simple, sweet, and ferocious, yet the origin harbors one of the greatest mysteries of life. What came first? The chicken or the egg?
Oh my god. The egg.
No!
What do you think, New Huh? What do you think? The chicken or the egg?
The secret third option.
What? Which is?
The chegg.
The chegg?
And what do we want to say? Do we want to say egg as well?
I mean, what do you truly believe first?
Eeny, meeny, miny. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Na, 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 na.
Okay, I'm saying chicken.
Okay.
Not going to weigh in? I'm intellectually withdrawing myself from this conversation.
But unlike this unsolved mystery, I do know how vampires were created.
Oh. Would you mind elaborating? Weren't you intellectually withdrawing? As a cleric of Cassiopeia, humility is a lifelong objective that I strive towards. As such, I must admit when I need to concede words spoken in haste. Which would be now, I suppose. Please, Kyle, if you wouldn't mind expanding on what you just said after we've read more information on you. Apparently Virtue's an obsession, but maybe it's just to stroke her own ego. She presumably has never taken a break in her whole life and probably never will, but lately she seems to be warming up to others. Out of all the cute animals she could have chosen to love, she's particularly fond of bleak stalkers.
Certainly. It must have been over 5 centuries ago when a scholar stole some of the immortal blood of the dragons. The scholar offered it to Queen Annabeth, who would become the vampire's monarch.
I have never heard of Queen Annabeth. I think that was just the plot of a really challenging board game, Kyle.
Oh, you're right. So then, Mike was real after all?
Mike?
Yes, it's all coming back to me now. The first vampire that walked this wall was the infamous Mikael.
Ah! Aha! Shortened to Mike. I see.
Yeah.
Because it was so funny first time. I was like, ah yes, belonged to the first vampire, Mike.
But most of us call him Mike. He had a very close connection to the spirit dragon in his domain. Eventually Mike struck a deal with Tuat. In exchange for guarding the dragon's realm, he would get to live forever.
But that didn't work out, I guess?
Old Mike didn't read the fine print. The spirit dragon turned out to be a trickster. Tuat turned him into a new form of undead creature, invulnerable to age and disease, but still weak to the blade. That was the only thing he could stomach to consume, and with time even sunlight became intolerable. Mike was no longer welcome among the living, but the dead didn't want him either. And that's how the first vampire was created.
Fascinating. There's so little known about the spirit dragon and its realm. Hal, just how do you possess knowledge that's considered ancient by today's standards?
What knowledge?
The knowledge you just told us about?
Ah! I stumbled upon it in a grimoire I bought the other day at a local bookstore.
Nope, that was the Vampire Romance book Lane recommended to you. Try again.
Just try again.
Of course! Dear Evelyn was such a history fanatic, how could I not pick up on a few stories? That was one of her favorites. I still dream of her deftly beautiful countenance as she narrated tales until the intruder stopped screaming. She always told the story of our progenitor Mike so softly. She would cradle a vial of his blood and tone would turn so reverent. A secret to share just with me, she would say. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to break the last oath between us as well.
I'm sure we can help you keep this a secret, right?
A secret between new friends.
If secrecy is how we can repay you for sharing this with us, then so be it. Since you seem to have been very close to her, I wanted to let you know. We traveled past Mara Castle on our way back. It looked awfully damaged. Destruction looked so fresh if only we had passed by earlier. I even spotted a heavily armored silhouette a short distance away from what remained of the castle walls. We hurried over as quickly as possible, but the shadow was gone by the time we got there. As it was, only rubble remained. Was my dear Evelyn unharmed?
We don't know. It also looked abandoned, like a ruin.
My Evelyn, what horrid fiend could have inflicted such damage? She must have fought back fiercely. My opponent suffered twice the damage they inflicted upon her. What I wouldn't give to know her safe. I think I need to ask Rhea about her comfort food. Kyle! Despite a short and often fragmented memory, he has extensive knowledge of the origins of all vampires, which could be expected when you're a vampire yourself, I suppose. Even though he still seems to be caught up in his long-lost marriage, he really took a liking to the person who dug him up.
Oh?
Rhea. Let's give him some time to come to terms with what he just learned. Oh no! Hello!
Oh! Lots of people are here!
Greetings, brave adventurers. Great morrow, innkeeper. There seem to be a few more bones than usual with you, Scully. You observe correctly, my friend. They are wonderful parting gifts, aren't they?
Sure are.
Oh. Let's ask Scully if Scully's willing to talk. Explains woefully little Scully. I'm afraid I need a better explanation than that. And you shall not be disappointed, my friend. You must excuse me. All this enthusiasm is just bouncing around in my skull.
Let us know when it hits a corner.
I will try to compose myself. This tale deserves the cracking of every last one of my rhetorical knuckles. Let us recount our tale properly, Dame Serena.
Hang on. I think I can go for one of your drinks first.
Absolutely. That can be arranged.
Something to keep my strength up. I didn't get to flex my muscles much during our quest. A good one might get you a story.
No pressure, Lynn. Strength! Strength!
Strength!
Strength! Strength! Strength!
Here's coffee!
It's so much fun. Strength? Strength, you want some strength?
Just start going crazy. We just throw ourselves over the counter. Strength? Strength?
Strength? Is this a screensaver reference? Yeah, it's like dum, dum, dum. Cursed coffee.
It's the coffee.
A great drink for a great story.
Aren't you lucky?
I'd like to think luck has nothing to do with it.
Perhaps not.
I might have something else to cheer you up.
Oh.
Melly's back.
Oh!
Relieved?
Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she alright?
Yes. Would have thought that such a fearless warrior never learned how to swim, but I'm sure a newly found family will teach her. Eventually. Seems like a lone wolf is not so lonely after all. Lynn definitely lives up to her Baba's heritage, even if she herself doesn't see it yet. Hi, Carmen. Good evening.
Hi, Carmen.
Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me the address to give to you. Who? You know them.
Right. Got it. Only one person with such an uninspired name.
Thank you!
See? At least Lynn gets it! I'd better have apologized to Melly, or else.
Hi, Rangers, welcome in!
Oh!
I'm not like the color pink vision of a JPGs we're currently playing Tavern Talk, and I'm joined here by Barry.
Hello, everybody. No, I'm gonna do it again. My name is Barry. I love the color yellow, and I'm a huge fan of fantasy games.
Oh, come in! How is your stream? You were playing TV. Ooh, nice.
Also Pikachu for the Raiders, of course. Pikachu. Pikachu. Pikachu.
I don't know how you could do that, like so perfect every time.
I don't remember when I first stumbled upon the talent itself, so...
Alright, there we
She
go.
was fun.
You loved Coffee
Yeah,
Talk? This is not by the same people who made Coffee Talk, but it plays very similarly. Yes, you give people drinks and they tell you stories.
And you read stories, and you scream at them for
Yes.
making bad decisions.
Yes!
You influence how the quests go depending on what kind of drink you give them, which is really cool.
Yeah!
It's very good. It's a very good game. We've also been saying like, oh, I think we're getting closer to the end for like 2 weeks now. And
You've been saying this!
it's not. It's quite a long game.
It is!
Just-
Every time New Way's preparing for stream, New Way's like, Barry, I think this is gonna be it. I think this is gonna be the last one.
I mean,
I'm like,
yeah, we are in
okay,
Act 3.
okay."
We are in Act 3.
Yeah, but every time you're like, Barry, we're finishing it. We never do! My goodness.
You have to find out the details for yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long.
You don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back then?
Nope.
No.
Sure are taking their time.
That's just secretly adding more story each time. They're like, damn, they're catching up.
More!
How does a skeleton drink? Yeah, that's a good question. We
Maybe
do not
when
actually have drinking animations.
Maybe when Scully like takes the drink, they just pour it on their bones, and their bones like absorb it through the pores.
Maybe. You're like looking for them yet?
No, they're
Cool.
capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin.
You had some to begin with?
Oh my goodness, you're pretty chatty for a great store distance. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for the
No.
follow.
You're pretty cool. You're pretty close for someone within grappling range. I'm all the way across the map. Exactly.
Heyo. Heyo.
I love Lynn.
He drinks with a straw through his nose.
I feel like if I ever had like, what do you call it, a persona, it would definitely be designed like Lynn.
Yeah. I love the ears.
Right?
Some really good ears. Oh, thank you. Have fun at the gym. Get those gains.
Going to the Pokemon gym? Get that badge.
Right. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully? With an offer like that, my friend, how can a Scully say no? Perhaps something to enhance my aura. I would like to do the proclamation of this tale proper justice. Gains and Pokemon. Okay. Yeah. What the?
We haven't been able to use Last Whisper yet.
Well, some 1,000 wins, I guess.
Yeah. Last Whisper, I give you my...
But the very next day.
It is way too early in the year to sing that.
Dave took it away.
This year, save me from tears. I'll give you some 1,000 wins instead. I want to give the new drink to someone. Please enjoy. Oh my. They say madness maketh man, but the shrink alone has invigorated me plenty. I can almost feel the
In
warmth of
what?
flesh on my bones again. What? Invigorate?
What'd you say?
Invigorate?
I heard
What?
Completely wrong.
Huh? I can hear you. There's a train passing by.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Why? How do you say it?
What? When he said invigorate?
Yeah.
I thought invigorated. Oh my goodness.
How?
I don't fucking know. It sounds like you said it. Chat, no one's gonna kill me one day.
Invigorate.
Invigorate. That's right. That's literally. That's how you say it.
Yeah, but you said it wrong.
I said invigorate.
Said it.
I can almost feel a warmth of flesh on my bones again. A pleasure to be of service.
My quest was confusing.
Inspiring. My favorite flavor of quest.
Not enough fighting, in my opinion. Felt like my muscles were wasting away on the way back here. Oh, her face.
Aww. The most important muscle of all received a superb workout. The brain.
The brain? Yeah.
Metaphorically for me, of course. I've been wondering about that, actually.
Do you think he meant theopractically? No. We're not even gonna get started on that topic.
I do have to agree, my friend. Let's not get distracted. Though I would be delighted to share my theories with you, Innkeeper. Let me know when you have an hour to spare. Or 5. Now back to the task at hand.
We started by making our way westwards, though our progress was slow.
Any complications? Yes, quite a few. Oh, angry eyebrows.
Yeah.
Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the plight of the Fizoan farmers. The less an idea of weather conditions. The flood that ruined a lot of crops. I know this pesky undead problem. I was stricken with empathy for their struggle. The least we could have done was offer up our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north.
So we switched carriages. 3 times.
Oh my god.
By the 3rd time, we had gone so far off course, it took us a whole day to just get back on track. On foot.
But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Sellen's cousin, Lady Danica.
That was nice, I guess.
The cousin with the undead snail problem, yes? Did you manage to liven up the garden for her?
Sure did. Just had to set out some cabbage to lead them somewhere we wouldn't be damaging any crops, and...
Which is one magnificent strike. Truly a sight to behold.
I like how when Lynn mentioned food, like, as soon as you hit onto the next text box, she licked her nose. There was just some undead snails. No need to have gotten so excited.
Too much to excitement, Lady Danica served us some positively delightful cups of tea. There than any accompanying finger sandwiches were some new facts I gleaned from her serving the snails. Even looking souls, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with empathy for their plight. To unconsciously seek out a man of instinctual action, despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective. Is there more transparent yearning for purpose than that? My apologies. It appears what they say about all age is true. You can't help but philosophize. And you couldn't help but relate? In a way. I can't help but wonder whether any choice I make is truly my own or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. And yet your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Truly, Innkeeper, you have a way with words. Just lots of experience. Though that may be, my words seem rather foolish now. I count myself as quite fortunate. Fortuitous. What? Fortuitous. But despite all that my memory lacks, I can delight in learning it all again. Does it really matter then where such an urge comes from? What?
Don't you love words?
Yeah, for Anyhow, my apologies, Dame Serlin. I completely derailed our epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. We departed after a lovely cup of tea and finally headed for the Pale Woods. Lady Danica provided us with a cart and a trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament.
Her name's,
Lieselotte.
Lieselotte? What? That is definitely a D&D name if I've ever seen one. Her name's Lieselotte.
That's literally just a German name.
It is? Is it actually?
Yeah. It's not a very modern German name, but that is most definitely just a German name.
That definitely seems like something that I would name my half-elf character.
It's Lieselotte.
Lieselotte. Okay, I'll do my best to remember it.
An old Swedish name too? Yes, it's definitely over here you would hear that. I'm sure to greet a gentleman that passes on our way to the woods. The magnificent shadow armor he was wearing, something about it felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that we would look just as gallant after our quest. I don't like that this is the second time. I think that might be referring to the same one. That was at the vampire's place, no? Like, what Shadow
Maybe.
Warrior? What? I don't like that. Like, your great-grandma might have known someone with that name. That kind of name. Lieselotte valiantly took us to the edge of the forest where maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed.
What he means is, it stunk. Real bad. We left Lieselotte there. Sparing her the stench seemed like the right thing to do.
And forth we ventured.
Didn't take a long time to find what we were looking for.
Merely saw footsteps of someone they didn't meet. Right.
The place was crawling with him. Which also explained the shitty smell. I always try to imagine what kind of curse word they would use there.
For some reason, the miasma didn't seem to bother me much. Because you don't have a sense of smell. 1 second. Okay. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. Of course!
Anyways.
There was a veritable horde before us, an army of under creatures shambling their way through the forest.
One gnawed tree at a time.
They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true.
I was itching to tear into them. But remembering the plan, I stepped back with a hand on my greatsword.
The crucial part of a successful negotiation is that you don't go into it blind, and so we observed. The other creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just stumbling around senselessly. They seemed to be following a pack leader. A representative that simplified things considerably. My first course of action was clear. I let Dame Serlin know of my intentions.
Seemed reasonable enough.
While I circled the group to get to the leader at the front. While I circled the group to get to the leader at the front, she remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket. I walked up to the leader and then the skeleton, making sure it displayed an open and respectful disposition. I suppose they were not open and respectful in return?
Nope. Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Scully's arm.
Agony! Is what I would have said if I hadn't been protected by my frost arm and your excellent drink mixing skills. Always glad to hear my drinks are protecting my clients on their quests. My friend, your drinks are astonishingly potent, maybe too potent. As soon as the other creature bit down, the thief shattered upon impact. The leader recoiled immediately. While the others surrounding us froze, the leader fell to the ground, cradling her face with her hands. Curiously, when they regained composure, the expression was filled with joy.
Still had no idea how you could read an expression on a skull.
They were actually quite expressive for a skeleton.
They mostly express themselves through vibes.
I need to say that.
Say it. That sounds like some of your usual bullshit.
Oh.
This time, I'm almost willing to believe you.
Excuse me, but what exactly are vibes, my friends?
Have fun explaining that one.
Maybe if I have an hour to spare. I guess you can think of them as some kind of aura someone gives off. Fascinating. That sounds quite powerful. Could want to harvest them like magic. The vibes?
I mean... What?
Let's get back to the story. The teeth shattering was quite worrying. It made me re-examine the bite marks on the trees around us. Peculiarly, the bite marks here were quite a bit more shallow than what we had seen in other parts of the forest. Which means... all those undead creatures had severe dental issues. But they were so happy because the frost armor's chill was dulling their pain. The other's teeth were also in truly poor condition. Looking at their behavior, that seemed to be causing them severe pain. Coupled with their hunger for trees, it became a never-ending cycle of suffering. It should have never gotten so bad. I asked them why they hadn't reported the issue to their necromancer. It was clearly starting to impact the fulfillment of their objective.
I got him really heated. They tried to rip Scully apart again.
But Dame Serlin skillfully resolved the situation with a bit of intimidation. It turns out, they didn't even have dental.
What the fuck? They get insurance?
Serlin?
I'm with Scully on this one. They had no benefits. Nothing. They were just expected to be quiet and follow orders. Fucking insurance!
What? Horrifying workplace conditions!
That doesn't sound right to me.
It's a scam, that's what it is. No sick leave, no compensation of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I can't with this game.
They didn't want to hear it.
We're doing what we love, we don't need any fancy benefits. You should have seen the state they were in. You couldn't even take a proper chomp out of the trees out of bark anymore. What would happen when the teeth deteriorated even further? The necromancer would replace him with another under creature in a heartbeat.
That was when Scully really got to him, I think.
The rise of the undead. Undead deserve rights. Unionize! Unionize!
Oh god. Wait, isn't that the name of an achievement?
Yes!
Oh my god.
The words were just pouring out of my mouth and I was elated they were the right ones.
The light reflecting off the frost armor really dazzled him too.
Any skeleton worth the calcium should be able to acquire such armor. I needn't be bound by such a neglectful necromancer. My apologies. It appears I somewhat lost my composure just now. I might soon be contacted to host the first UFU gathering? Innkeeper? Unions for undead?
Maybe.
A union?
Union for the undead.
Okay, I was close. UFU 755. Never forget your roots. They're welcome to visit anytime. I think they really want to improve the situation. Most respectably, they promised to leave the Pale Woods alone as well. One of UFO's goals is to find a more sustainable way to deal with obsession eventually.
They're heading for the necromancer now. There are a bunch of demands to settle. My goodness.
They graced us with a great deal of parting gifts before we left. We got the halix I broke off of one of them when they attacked Dame Sterling. The leader gave me the teeth we wouldn't put back into the skull. Couldn't. Oh, and this eyeball. Overjoyed we managed to resolve our quest in a peaceful manner.
Can't deny your reputation was pretty effective.
Good to know you're both happy with how it ended. Awfully close to you. You would. They Those are the outcomes I most enjoy hearing about from my patrons. Oh, but we did get you something as well, Innkeeper.
Right. Here. The trees looked really chewed on and dead. But the berries seemed like they were thriving.
Yes! Is there something new to put into my drinks?
Oh, maybe. They're the ones Alfie was going on about.
Oh!
Not like they're here to appreciate them now, so I guess you could have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they're back.
Fable's gonna get a lovely drink once they actually come back. Hell yeah.
Fable is gonna get fucking murdered.
Sounds fair.
Also, when I was plucking the berries, the spirits of the trees gave us a little keepsake.
A little keep.
Shush! You didn't hear that! Shut up.
Oh, Gooseberry! Gooseberry is a new translucent only grow deep within the moon swarm for a few months every year. They're safe to eat but rather sour to taste. Ah, and they have invisibility on that.
Wow.
Interesting. They boost. They boost brain.
Look, that's my face after I realized I almost forgot to stream again.
Ah, hectic schedule for today.
So honestly, that was my face today when you messaged me and I completely forgot that we were doing this today.
Yeah, I was like, I think I should, I'm just gonna write you right now. Because I was like, oh my god, it's almost time.
Because they were so glad we stopped all that gnawing.
Sadly, I don't have any more storage space left in my hat.
Oh, goodness.
So we wanted you to have it as well. Now we can always indulge in sweet memories whenever we visit. I think I know just the place for it. Thank you very much. What? I heard it, but I can't see it yet.
Scully, you ever thought about becoming an advocate for this kind of stuff? Not that... Sorry. Not that you usually stand them, but you seem to really care about all this.
Oh no, I'm but a mere heap of bones here to learn all I can. But it is a gentleman's way to speak out when evil is committed in front of you. So don't suppose I will stop doing just that anytime soon.
Sounds good to me.
Still wonder what all those under creatures were doing there. Fable gets all the rings all at once.
Oh my god!
Chug, 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 chug.
No idea. We didn't ask. Hunger? Seemed to be heading north before we talked to him.
Maybe they were searching for more trace. The Pale Woods is one of the largest forests in Fisola. I don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren.
Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come with a necromancer attached?
You don't suppose the gentleman we encountered outside the woods could have been a very necromancer? I don't think farmers wore armor like what you described. Oh, if I had known what a dastardly negligent...
Negligent?
Negligent necromancer they were, I would have never offered that greeting.
Huh. I just realized where they could have been heading. I was probably said, damn it. There sure aren't many woods around here that compared to the Pell Woods. But the giant root in the capital must look pretty good to get some tree-obsessed undead. There might be tons more hidden there even now.
Uh-oh. Indeed.
What? What are you gonna say? Aw.
Just to clarify, you believe hordes of under creatures are marching towards the capital?
Well, towards the roots would be my guess.
I see. They're heading towards Themis to know how the divine roots as if to... With the party. Spell the ether 3? Precisely. Not that such an action alone could destroy the whole thing, but it would certainly do some damage.
What in the hell are you talking about?
As I just stated, someone's trying to destroy the Ether 3. Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the
Three. The 3. And I have a large number 3,
every time
please.
3 appear.
Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the interplanar portals. It's all part of a big plot, was it not clear? To be fair, Lynn and Scully came in after she'd explained all of that to us.
Very true.
Oh my, that's awful.
And insane if true. Is it working?
Unfortunately so, or do you see stars in the night sky?
I mean, there's one.
Scully! There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet either.
Well... Carolyn, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside the woods. You thought he might be a necromancer?
He certainly bore the armor of one.
Did it seem like he wanted to kill everybody?
Not particularly, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. That's also me. Politeness and the desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures.
There's also the mechanic to put together the different... what's the word?
Quest?
Yeah, to put together the quest, but to do that we need to combine 3 rumors. You need to combine the correct rumors to put up a quest these characters can go on. And depending on what drink you give them for the quest, you will get a different outcome. And it all comes together to different endings for the whole game, which is going to be a pain to collect if you want to get it to 100%, I think. But I'm gonna do that off screen though. Like, we're going to go for whatever ending we get here. Indeed I do.
So, Scully, you were resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it?
Well, I admit at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled about trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather the memories of my body, which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Oh. First, more information though. He's very interested in studying other undead since he came back conscious instead of being a lifeless puppet. He tried to strike up a conversation with other zombies and even unionize with them. Now he's committed to fighting for better working and unliving conditions for the undead. So 1 second, I can't see. I need to clean my glasses. I'm like, ugh.
Imagine wearing glasses. Imagine needing to wear glasses. I say as I really love it when people wear glasses.
Imagine having to wear glasses because you can see otherwise.
Yeah, I wear glasses just for the hell of it. I wear fashion glasses IRL. That's how much I love glasses. Like, I don't even need fucking glasses and I'm wearing them.
Glasses are lovely. I'm also a big glasses lover though. Like, I don't mind. It does get annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I could imagine so.
Let me try to focus my thoughts. I believe I awakened in the archives, in the Everbloom. Everbloom? Did you encounter any bleak stalkers? Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry for my bones. Why am I changing his voice every time I speak him again? Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old intellect wombats. Do their species still roam for the what now? No. What are intellect wombats? Priorities, Tia. Scully, who woke you up? A gentleman of fine age. I believe he was there to do research. I remember candles held over notes scribbled on paper, ink stains on fingerprints. He must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when... After I woke, I simply Left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped. Are you glad you did not aid him? We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe. Wombats do what now? Are you okay? Barry, are you good?
No.
No? I cannot hear you.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I was laughing so fucking hard. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I was laughing so hard I couldn't stop.
You need to get closer to your mic again because Discord is barely picking you up. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was laughing really hard, I'm sorry.
Oh no, how dare you?
Oh my goodness. Okay. The guys from the woods remind you of the one in the archives?
Now that you mention it, I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but I knew that armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course, I no longer have eyelids. Necromancer's behind all this. Is he trying to break the sigil just to get to tour the spirit dragon in the realm of death? Sigils? Are you by chance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them a wild figment of her imagination. Seems like they're not, unfortunately. If you would tell me what you think is so funny, I could love with you.
It's... I have... I have to scream. Oh my goodness. Dude, necromancers usually watch this short too much. Oh my god, I'm sorry, it's just something happened. Oh my goodness.
No worries. As long as you're good. Huh?
It was so horribly timed. Ah! So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Take your time. No, but it do defies laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls of spirit dragon guards. Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions. But, my dears, to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in itself would be quite impossible task, no? Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him.
You killed Death?
uh,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, but merely attempting it sounds disastrous. Miss Anwar, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane a necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by dragons can harm them, we all know this.
You mean like Uru's great axe?
A weapon forged for the dragons by the dragons, meant only for their cause. The axe could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat himself. Stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil?
Alright, you lost me again.
I talked about this already. Keep up before they were here. Yeah.
I'll explain later.
It might count as a sigil if it awakens or damages their plane. Or should not be awakened under any circumstances. Nor should the legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It seems like too insane of a plot. Even for some big bad evil guy.
BBEG!
They always seem to be reaching for new heights in their dastardly schemes. If you're correct, this one plans to steal Ur's weapon, break the sigil, and then destroy Tua. That is crazy. Dragons be with us.
What about the undead creatures marching with the capital?
There must be a distraction, a way to keep anyone who would interfere off his path. Quite a dangerous distraction, if you ask me.
Those poor husks shouldn't be snacking away at those roots either, should they?
No! Considering these roots are connected to, like, the basic... the base of our world we live in?
True, very true. No. Just no.
No.
Are those... and those sigils of alcohol zest you keep talking about do what? Destroy the tree? Alcohol zest?
Hey, a big bounce. Hello. Spirit Realm rests above all others in the canopy of our world. If what we believe to be this monster's plan succeeds, it will collapse down onto the rest of the Aether Tree. Tree! Why do I keep saying three? Oh. Not only would it free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention, Tuat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why dying would be a bad thing.
I did not say that, Sophie. What?
Well, regardless, we'll come in. We will enjoy the presence of your butt. Once again, can he die?
Wouldn't risk it.
But I believe this plot of his has to be limited somewhat, no? Perhaps to the transitional period between the Astral Moon and the Dying Moon? Only then would the veil between Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for a ritual of such magnitude to succeed.
Wait, what you mean is this can only happen the night between the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat?
Uh-oh.
Well, so it can only work in 4 days?
Uh-oh.
Or next year?
Precisely. I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules. Well, I'm glad, because this way we can at least attempt to maybe put a stop to it if we know when it's going to happen.
True.
It is common courtesy. Clay, I've been wondering, remember the man we saw on our way back near Maro Castle?
Yes. Do you think he might have been the same guy?
I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as does the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, the blood of the first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual to safely traverse the astral sea involves having an associated anchor for your destination. To find to it, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him. Yes, maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated.
All this out of all this out of context bullshit is giving me a headache. Innkeep, got another drink to spare to help with all this mess?
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say she hasn't had a drink in like this whole time. Yeah. Something powerful enough to get me through this.
Anything for you, Lynn? You want a coffee?
Coffee! Coffee!
Coffee. Yes!
Why are we like this?
They give us the coffee, and suddenly everything we've given to people since then has just been the coffee. Nothing else. It's just coffee.
Hell yeah.
Every chance I get.
Coffee. Coffee. Something strong. Ding.
I put all the strength I have into the strength and joy.
I think you just put parts of my sanity back together. Thanks a lot. She's so
Anytime.
cute!
Cheers!
So, this madman, if he can't get the axe, he can't kill the spirit dragon, right?
Correct.
Great. Let's stop him from getting the axe done. Great idea! I know. Now, how do we do that?
Get the axe first. Wherever it may be.
Very true.
Well, first the necromancer needs to find it. For that, he'd have to get to Ur's realm. Thanks to the portals, that is entirely within the realm of possibility. One would simply have to journey through one of the portals to the Twilight Chasm, and then enter the Endless Caves to the Nightmare Realm. Yeah, sounds like a fun trip in Nightmare Haven.
Yeah?
Oh, thank you for the sub! Hope you enjoyed the emotes!
No, I did not, Sophie! Shut up! Oh my goodness! Sophie!
Also, thank you for the gifted subs!
This is such a fucking Sophie move to just come in, dump a bunch of subs, blame me, and run away.
Oh, your words are very powerful.
Nothing easier than that.
Didn't Melly see some weird new bone waymarkers near the Twilight Chasm portal in the Moon Swamps? Could they be there to remind someone, say a necromancer, of the way to the portal?
They could.
Good. The moon pools are much easier to reach than Boreas. We should catch the necromancer before he ventures into the chasm, and most certainly before he gets the axe.
Great. Let's go beat his ass.
Hold on. What if he's right? What do you mean, what if he's right?
Like, his reasoning for doing this is right. It's just...
No. That's a no for me,
Fair
dog.
enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I have faith in you, but he sounds powerful. How about a backup plan?
Hate to say it, but you're not wrong.
I know.
Thanks for looking out for us.
If we don't manage to stop him from getting the weapon, we stand no chance in a fight against him. Even your divine strikes would be no match, Miss Almore. That is true. We would need an incredibly powerful weapon to match his.
Not sure if it's enough, but I do have the sword I got from my baba.
Let me see it. This is remarkable craftsmanship, infused with minor divine powers. Incredible. But I'm afraid even this cannot rival the Great Axe in any capacity.
What if it was mixed with dragonfire?
What? Do you happen to have such a thing on hand, young lad?
No, but I know where we could find some. The ever-burning flame in the Highlands is dragonfire.
Oh.
The one who wanted to see Tia. I think now might be a good time for that.
You're right. Dragonfire merged with Saren's blessed sword. It wouldn't be as powerful as the axe, but it might give us a fighting chance. If we get a master craftsman to forge it, that is. Oh, a master craftsman, yeah.
Oh. Something tells me that, like, now that we have these, like, rumors starting to sprout, we're gonna get every single character on this quest.
Yes. Like the very last few quests are probably just like big parties.
Rhea, she's a blacksmith.
You're right, there's no one better for the job.
I feel like the top one would also be good too.
Yeah. I'm sure she'd love to forge such a weapon. I'm sure you can convince of the importance, Lynn.
You got that right. Look at the blacksmith recruiting to me.
Very well. I'm sure Master Smith Frostgrip will be delighted with this opportunity. Having her on our side makes me even more confident that we can stop this necromancer's plans. I have the utmost faith in us. And I know the aperture in its astral portal are well protected even if we should fail. Though I don't believe we will. Because I know I'm strong enough to best this battle, and that Clay is as well.
And the others too.
Yes, the others too. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if the four of you will be enough.
Don't worry. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people we can ask for help. Like you.
Yeah, let me put this into a proper quest, I guess. Like me. Ask away.
I knew I could count on you. You collect everything we talk about, right?
Mm-hmm. I try my best.
Could you write us up 2 quests for all this? I think we should split our resources so we get the backup plan going at the same time.
Oh. Good idea, young man.
Plus, that'll give us an excuse to have your drinks help us.
Not that you need an excuse, but I appreciate you following my rituals. I'll see what I can do. I should have something written up first thing in the morning.
I trust in you as you trust in us.
Not at all?
Not at all?
No. Deeply.
Yes. Deeply with the knowledge that together we are stronger.
Aww.
Oh, Clay's so proud of her!
We'll see you in the morning then. Sylvan, come with us. We owe you a few explanations before we make you do any persuasion work for us.
You got that right. Let's go.
I cannot miss out on more possible details. I shall see. I shall see you in the morning, Innkeep.
I cannot do several S sounds right after each other. Do we maybe see the new item in the back? I'm still not seeing anything new yet, no. Maybe it's further on the right.
Thank you for all your help. Let's save the world, alright?
Let's, Kai. Good luck. Yeah, there it is. It's another globe thing on the other side.
Quest creation!
Oh! Well, we need one. Oh god, well. We need one about the weapon, right? So, only weapon fought with dragonfire. The great axe of ore lies hidden somewhere deep. Oh god, wait. This is about the one we want to put together with the dragonfire?
Mm-hmm.
This one. I think these 3 go together. Yes!
I love that little S thing that was on that.
Only a weapon Fortune Dragonfire could ever dream to hold up against the legendary Great Axe of Ur. Luckily, a temple in the Highlands houses the ever-burning flame, an ancient gift from the dragon still come in handy right about now. What better sword to reshape with this flame than another gift from the Realm Keepers, an heirloom passed down to Salem with heroism scorched into its very essence. I love blocking new stuff, yeah. Okay, and what's the other one then? The way to even get there, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
The legend, the Great Axe of Ur lies hidden somewhere deep inside, and to reach... this one is also about the Great Axe. The enemy aims for destruction. He needs the Great Axe of Ur. And... the Wondrous Plane of Ur can be accessed through the Twilight Chasm. These 3? Yes!
Nice!
Twilight Chase! You too, have fun. Thank you for coming by. Worst calamities are imminent, but there's one last way to save it. The only weapon strong enough to harm Tuath and the Ether 3's legendary Great Axe of Horror, and the personification of evil wants it desperately. First, he must make it to the Twilight Chasm, and for that he needs a portal. Sounds like a good location to stop him, right? Yeah, stop him right where he actually intends to get the... Oh, more quests! Maybe we can make one more? Maybe the undead.
Oh, probably about the undead marching,
these
yeah.
undead can't seem to get in a fireball, but the tree you jump down in the Aether tree itself could possibly go wrong. The capital is wrapped in roots protected by the divine. Nice to visit the Aether 3 and the undead marching towards the capital. Yep. The Dead Parade! A horde of undead is approaching the capital. They're insatiable. Hunger for the local flora leads them to the exposed roots of the Ether 3 and therefore to the capital of Themis, since it lies nestled in the safety of the roots. This is a mere distraction so the necromancer can fulfill his true plan, but the undead still must be stopped before they hunger for flesh once more. I am the only innkeep around, obviously.
You also said Aether 3 again.
What?
You said Aether 3 again.
Ah, fuck. Oh. Can you go for one more, or should we make a stop here and then hopefully?
Well, I know that we would have, since they said between the 35th and the 1st, we would have to go all the way up to the. What do you call
That's
it?
like 3 more
35th.
in-game days. I think that's like a full entire stream again.
Yeah, like we've been doing like I think 3 days per stream, so I think
Pretty
that's
much.
a good place to stop for now.
It's a good place as any to stop because my nose started bleeding.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop.
Yes, it is. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness, are you okay?
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's like that's weird.
Oh.
No, this is a good place to stop. Then maybe next time we now have 3 more quests we need to give to all of these people.
Yeah.
I think these are also like the last ones to really make it or break how everything's gonna go, I think.
For sure.
So let's see.
That was nice though.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the complete laugh attack. I'll send you the reason why.
Yeah.
After stream.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, my nose is gonna feel bad. I'm gonna. Yeah. Ooh. I have gotta go to the bathroom in a second. Oh, ooh, that is unfortunate. Ew. Why?
Oh my goodness. You're over here like ew. I'm like I can envision it.
It's not too bad. Listen, I'm used to way worse nosebleeds. It's just weird that it just suddenly happened. It was suddenly starting to happen. That's what's fucking me up. But it's okay. Just gonna check up on it in a second.
Okay.
But for now, that is going to be it. We'll continue this game next week, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. And I'm gonna play more The Journey of the Arcane tomorrow. What are you gonna be playing next?
So Thursday I'm gonna be continuing with Monster Hunter World, and then Friday I'm going to be starting a new game because I recently beat Twilight Princess. But it is gonna be another Zelda game. But we're going to be playing Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Ages, and Oracle of Seasons.
Wait, hold on. Oracle of Seasons, is that the one with several like Link-looking people?
That's 4 swords.
Oh. Wait, what's Oracle of Seasons then?
So Oracle of Seasons and Ages, they're both like technically the same game, but they take place in different it's the same kind of, I guess, story, but Oracle of Ages takes place in one place, whereas Oracle of Seasons takes place in another. In Oracle of Seasons, you have to utilize a special item to change the seasons of the world in order to actually do what you need to do. And Oracle of Ages lets you go from the present to the past, into like the future pretty much, and stuff like that, yeah. So I'm gonna be starting that on Friday.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm currently watching someone play Wind Waker, like the HD remake thing.
Oh, the HD version, yes.
Yeah. It's very funny because I know I know a few things about the Zelda games, but not enough, obviously. So it's always interesting watching people who know these games already, because they're like, oh yeah, if you go here and do this, you do that. I'm like,
how does all this work?
Why is Ganondorf evil in this one again? Why is this girl Zelda suddenly?
I know exactly what part you're on if you're saying this.
Yeah. Oh, but that's fun. Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Oh, my nose.
But yeah.
All right. Let's end so that we can go fix it up.
That is gonna be it.
Never played a single Zelda or Final Fantasy game.
Poor childhood for me. I mean, to be fair, I've never played a single Final Fantasy during my childhood either. Like, The earliest I played a Final Fantasy was when I was a teenager.
I still have never played a single Final Fantasy game.
That's not true. Final Fantasy 14. 14. It's a Final Fantasy game.
That does not count when it's just a.
It is no. It is a Final Fantasy game for the simple reason that it keeps like every single thing that happens in the Final Fantasy universe. Like they do take from other Final Fantasy games, if you know those, which I don't, so I'm always just say like, oh yeah, that's interesting, and then other people tell me, oh, this is in reference to Final Fantasy 4, and this is someone who was a villain in Final Fantasy 9. I'm like, I don't know these games. What the hell? It is a Final Fantasy game.
Shut up. Shut up.
But yeah, that's gonna be it.
That much.
That's gonna be it for tonight then. I wish you all a very, very good night. I'm gonna send you guys over to Ada, who's drawing some emotes right now, I think. So have a good night. Wait, where's my music? Oh my god, there's my music.
Oh my goodness.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.